Wednesday. Top of the All right, there we good, man. Top of the morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's early. We're about to walk and talk. Got a lot to talk about today and this morning, man. So let's go ahead and get active. Get our steps in. One, two, three. Let's get it. All right. So boom, we're live, man. We're live. What's up, my dog Nova? Oh, early in the morning, broski. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, bro. Hope you're having a blessed one, man. Let's get active. Still cold in here in Kansas City, man. I'm ready for all this snow to melt and shit. It is cold, man. Mr. Cowboy 88, what's going on with you, bro? What's going on? Yeah, it's still cold here, man, but it's a little bit warmer in the gym. It's probably like 30-ish, you know what I'm saying? So it's manageable, man. But I don't like cold weather. I don't like winters, you know what I'm saying? So just not my thing. It's never been my thing. I never like cold weather. We're going to the Chiefs game this Saturday, man. I think me and Dez are pulling up to the Chiefs game, man. And surprising some Chiefs fans doing some stuff here in Kansas City, right? But it's just like, bro, it's a cold one. It's gonna be a cold game. Hey, Jeremy, what's going on, man? Morning. Top of the morning, early action, man. Hopefully, you guys are motivated. Hopefully, you guys are inspired, going after goals, going after everything you guys set in life. Uh, Waiting for the truck to get loaded, man. Work, man. So you up early, bro. Up early, get that bag, man. It's the only way, man. It's the only way. Like me personally, like people ask me like how long I've been doing the 4 o'clock thing, and I would say I've probably been doing it for like almost over a decade now. I would probably say maybe 8 years or so. Been doing the 4 a.m. stuff, man. And like I said, it's just like I just enjoy getting up early, getting after it, man. And like for me personally, like the walking in the morning is different, right? The walking in the morning is a new thing for me. Because typically, like when it's warm in here, like summertime or March, whatever, spring, I get up, I'll run my 3 miles on the treadmill, and then I'll lift, right? And get my lift in, right? So for me personally, Devin, good morning, man. Mike, good morning, my guy. So for me personally, I like getting up early at 4 a.m. and knocking out a lot of goals. Then that way, later in the day, I don't have to worry about anything, right? So, like case in point, you know, get off the treadmill, get my steps in, get my workout in. Then what I'll do is I'll knock out a film session for you guys, right? And that's all before like 8:30. You see what I'm saying? Read a book, write in my journal. So a lot of the goals that I talked to you guys about yesterday, I like to just get them done early because once like 8:30 rolls around, 9 o'clock rolls around, everybody's up and moving. You're getting 1,000 phone calls. You're getting pulled in 1,000 different directions. I personally like to just get my goals done. You know what I'm saying? Get my stuff done. And that way I can do it when it's like I don't have to be bothered. Like right now, nobody is up but me and y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's up. No one's calling me, asking me for nothing. So getting up early has really become like my thing of peace, right? It's kind of giving me my opportunity to have my peace where no one's bothering me. I can do what I want to do on my own terms. And I enjoy it. Man, I even get up at 4. I mean, you guys who follow me on Twitter, y'all see it. I get up at 4, like on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I get up at 4, when I kind of realize, like the older you get and you have like a family and stuff, like you never really have time to like sit and play video games and stuff on the weekend, right? Let's just keep it a buck, right? When you have kids and a wife and all sorts of stuff, you really just can't binge play video games like you used to because, weekends is traveling for sports or events or wife got plans and all sorts of stuff, right? So what I realized early is that I could get up at 4 a.m., right? Play video games from like 4 a.m. on a Saturday to like 8:30. And by the time my kids and my wife and everyone wakes up, it was like 8:39, right? Well, I played Madden for 5 hours. Like, okay, bro, that's more than enough, right? So it's able to give me a way to kind of lock in and just do the stuff that I want to do. Are you going to walk outside when it's warm? Yeah, absolutely. So My normal regimen, guys, what I normally do is that I will work out and lift in here in the morning, right? But the reason why I can't lift, I can, but I don't like lifting here right now, is because one, it's so cold, and it's so cold, and then since the sound is awful, can't tell if it's my sound really bad or he just being a dick rider. Probably being a dick rider, probably. Um, so, anyways, so what I normally do is I normally get up and lift in here first, but like right now, like the barbells are like freezing, right? And I don't wear gloves, right? I lift like on some man stuff, right? So it's like barbells is closed and freezing, and you see what I'm saying? So typically, like when summer comes around, right? Then what I'll do is I'll lift in here. All right, appreciate you, bro. I'll lift in here, and then the evenings I go on a walk, right? And so the evening walks, what that did was allowed me to have time to, go walk with my wife and my kids and my dog, you know what I'm saying? Go on like a family walk in the evenings when she got off of work. So it's actually reversed. You see what I'm saying? So, more than likely when it's nicer out, I'll probably be in here lifting. You see what I'm saying? Uh, Probably be in here lifting. No, the sound is great. The idea of having kids, that's awful. Oh, okay. I mean, that's man shit, bro. That's man shit. Having a wife and kids, that's man shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Providing for your family, that's just man shit, right? Comes with the territory. So, that's just where I'm at with it. So, like, yeah, so typically once it gets nicer, it might be reversed. And I'm like, people are asking, like, yo, Tuck, are you gonna lift and like go live and you lift? And I was like, I don't think people want to see me in here lifting and stuff. Like maybe on occasion I might go live in here and just talk to y'all while I'm lifting. I don't know. We'll just figure shit out. Like I didn't plan to do this, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of went improv with it. Kind of works. But yeah, typically in the mornings, my workout regimen is I run about 2 miles on this, right? Run about 2 miles. I lift in the morning, do my workout, and then I'm off to my day, right? So that's what I kind of miss, man. I can't really run right now because I messed up my knee playing basketball, like I told y'all. So I'm really taking it slow walking. But in the afternoons or during like noon, that's when I'll typically go on a walk. So probably around when it gets nicer out, I will probably be outside to answer your question, like on the walk and talks. Let's see how the reception of the live stream and all that stuff is. But yeah, I just like getting outside, getting in nature, man, and just staying active. I'm also thinking about getting a treadmill in my work office as well. Um, all right, so I want Coach Prime, my Coach Prime, Coach Prime. All right, so all right, man. I don't even know where to start, y'all. I don't even know where to start. So we know the Dallas Cowboys have moved on from Mike McCarthy, or Mike McCarthy has moved on to the Dallas Cowboys. And honestly, y'all, I was kind of chilling on this whole situation because I'm kind of just numb when it comes to Dallas Cowboys. I was just kind of like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Like, I just kind of just been chilling, kind of just focused on the draft, focusing on my piece, right? But then yesterday, I was like, all right, Tuck, you're new media, right? You do have some connections. Start doing some research and figure out what the hell is going on, man. So I talked to some people behind the scenes, multiple people behind the scenes, players, media, ex staff, you know what I'm saying? And be like, yo, talk to me, man. What is going on? And to be honest with you, the weird thing about it from a player standpoint, the players are feeling like we are feeling. They kind of feel just like, man, it's just the business, bro. Like, I don't know. See what I'm saying? So the players are kind of just numb to it too, right? Some of the former staff was like, it's just part of the game, right? So they don't know, right? And the coaches I talked to were on the defensive side of the ball, and the media members, they're like, oh, it's a lot of shit going on, Tuck. So I was like, all right, man, let me start putting some tea leaves together. You know what I'm saying? Let me start putting some tea leaves together. So, of course, y'all know I'm not going to say no names or anything, right? Because I don't want to, but you guys know I have connections. Y'all know I have connections with agents, players, coaches, all sorts of shit, right? Family members. All right. So let's start. Let's start this thing from ground one. So, Mike McCarthy, right? Mike McCarthy, head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. We know we brought him in 2020, 12 and 5, 12 and 5, 12 and 5, right? So you are hearing this thing about Mike McCarthy and the philosophies were not meshing, right? Now, instantly, I thought it was Mike McCarthy, right? Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones, right? It was like, okay, well, Jerry and Mike just aren't meshing. They're not on the same page, right? But when it comes to find out, that's not the case. It's more about Mike McCarthy and our quasi GM not being on the same page, right? So I think there was some things, right? And I can't definitively say everything that was kind of going on, but I think there was a disconnect between Mike McCarthy and Will McClay, right? So that's what I've been hearing. The disconnect was between Mike McCarthy and Will McClay. Will McClay had a philosophy of how to use the personnel that we have in house. Mike McCarthy was struggling to do that. They're kind of bumping heads, right? And if you look at it, it's kind of like y'all remember the Mozzie draft, right? Y'all remember the Mozzie draft where Mike McCarthy was wanting Matthew Bergeron, right? The left tackle out of Syracuse that went to Atlanta, right? That's who he wanted. That's who the head coach wanted. Dan Quinn didn't want Mozzie, right? Dan Quinn was like, that's not my kind of player, right? But Will McClay wanted Mozzie, right? So who did the front office side with? Not the head coach. They sided with Will McClay. See what I'm saying? So I feel like some of those things and those rumblings kind of built a disconnect or a tear, right? So we know Mike McCarthy's contract was up. We know Will McClay's contract is up. Hey, bro, like if I'm gonna be working here, things are gonna have to change with him. You know what I'm saying? And I think they both are getting that push. And I think that rightfully so, I would probably do the same thing. That the Cowboys were leaning towards Will McClay over Mike McCarthy. This is stuff I'm hearing, right? This is what I'm saying. I'm sharing with y'all, but like I'm not putting no names who told me this stuff, right? But they're very reputable people who I really trust, right? So, what was the play? It was a kumbaya moment with Jerry and Mike McCarthy was like, yo, can you guys really coexist for another 1 to 2 years, right? Can you guys really make it work for another 1 to 2 years? For what, right? So, what the plan was, and this was before I got this information, which we'll get to in a second, like earlier yesterday, right? So, what the plan was for Mike McCarthy to kind of come back, maybe 1 to 2 years, have Jason Witten on his staff and maybe a tight end coach or assistant advisory coach or something like that. Coach for 2 years, let Jason Witten cut his teeth in the NFL, and then they were going to evaluate from there and let Jason Witten be the quasi coach of the future in training. You know what I'm saying? So that is something that was the conversation. Of course, Mike McCarthy was like, no. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy was like, oh, my bad, bro. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to block you from the channel, bro. I hit the wrong person. See? Mess around, try to snipe this goofy, hit the wrong person. My bad, bro. Um, my bad, my bad. My bad, D shift. My bad, bro. Let's see if I can get you back in. Let me see here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I shot one of our own on accident. Uh, my bad, G shift, bro. My bad. A fat finger hit the wrong person. But anyways, so yeah, that was the situation at hand. So it was like, yo, we're gonna bring Mike or Jason Witten on staff, have Mike McCarthy coach for 2 years, maybe. Give a little go around again. Let's see what you can do. Let's see if you guys can work it out, right? And if things still don't hit the fan, then you have Jason Witten as your head coach in waiting, and you can mold him to be the next Dan Campbell. So, of course, Mike McCarthy says no. So now the Dallas Cowboys are in a situation where they're trying to find a bridge coach for Witt. This is option A, right? Option A is trying to find a bridge coach, possibly, for Jason Witten. So, who was a guy that will come to Dallas, have Jason Witten on his staff, coach for 1, 2 years, probably 2 years, maybe three, right? And help mold Jason Witten. I think the idea originally was to see if Mike Zimmer would just do it, right? If Mike Zimmer would just coach for 1 to 2 years, I know he's pressing retirement, coach 1 to 2 years, easily retire, move away, and then let Jason Witten take over, right? Because if you have a Pete Carroll or you have a Mike Zimmer, an older coach, right, that says, "Hey, I coached for 2 years, but I want to step down." It doesn't look like they fired Zimmer. They don't think they fired their guy, right? It's more like, "Hey, he just retired, and now we're looking for a new head coach." Well, wait a minute. We have Jason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's easy to spin the story if you just have a guy who can kind of come in and step down, and then you elevate Jason Witten, right? So that was what I was hearing yesterday. And then I think James Slater then went on NFL Network and reported the same thing. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, this is realer than I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the people who I talk to in the house, like they don't do the weirdo shit. Like they just cut me straight like it is. Um, so yeah, that's option A, right? So to find a bridge guy to elevate until we can get to Jason Witten. The front office has to be the dumbest of all time. I sadly want to know the infatuation with Witten. The infatuation with Witten is Dallas Cowboys blood, right? All American hero. Cowboys fans love him. They know the name, the look, the branding. Well, look what he built. Dan Campbell built in Detroit, right? He knows the Cowboy way. He's the All-American, American Shield, Captain America, historical Hall of Famer, Ring of Honor. Like you could just sell that shit, and there'll be a lot of Cowboys fans who just be like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? So that's the attraction, right? So that is option A. Option B, which I think I'm an option B guy, just to keep it a buck with y'all, is that if they can't find this bridge guy, right, to really come in and bridge to Witten, then Jerry might just say, fuck it, and I'm gonna throw a bag for a big splash, right? And that big splash is Coach Prime. That's been mentioned in the chat. Um, bunch of fluff. Yeah, facts. A bunch of fluff, man. A bunch of fluff. Hold on, y'all. I hate that I sniped my dog like that. Oh shit. I don't even know if I can let D Swift shift back in the chat, bro. My bad, D shit. I owe you one, bro. I owe you one. I didn't mean to snipe you, bro. I sniped the wrong person. Not they look and do it. So yeah. So option B would be for Jerry Jones to say, you know what, I can't find this bridge guy, you know, can't know who's really gonna come in and do this. Let me see if I can just go for a big splash and try to get Coach Prime to come in here and be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, the relationship that he has with Coach Prime, right? We all know that. Lights, glamour. I mean, it's the whole show. I mean, media frenzy, excitement. We can have Coach Prime jerseys, Netflix, all the blockbuster, stuff that Jerry is after. If you just say, how do we go and get Coach Prime? Now I know Coach Prime has an $8 million buyout, which is nothing. That's minimal to a billionaire. They can really do it. So, hey, Dwayne, what's going on with you, bro? Um, so um, so yeah, I know Coach Prime has an $8 million buyout. He's in contract negotiations with, Colorado right now. He has the number one 5-star recruit. But I feel like if Jerry gets desperate enough and he really doesn't find a bridge guy for scenario one, he might just say, all right, I got to do something, right? I got to do something to reel the fans back in, because season ticket renews, they happen like almost in 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So as of right now, you would have to be able to sell your season ticket holders on what the hell's going on, right? So they might have to make a splash if they cannot find a bridge. So I feel like that's option B, right? Aaron Glenn would be on my list if I was a front office. We know he's serious about winning and a Texas guy. Yeah. So, but here's the concern with Aaron Glenn, right? And you know what I'm saying, not concerned, but like, I just think that what I would hate for Aaron Glenn, right? Because I think Aaron Glenn is a damn good coach, right? Um, is for the Cowboys to bring in someone like Aaron Glenn, someone who looks like me, right? But in the back of their mind, they are really wanting Jason Witten to coach this team. And let's say Aaron Glenn comes in, right, tries to rebuild. Let's say we're an 8-win team next year, but the next year we're 12-5 and losing the playoffs. They scapegoat Aaron Glenn, Black Monday Aaron Glenn for Jason Witten. See what I'm saying? So it's like, for a coach like Aaron Glenn, man, good dude, former player, right? I want him to have a true opportunity, not just be a side piece until you can get to your main thing. You see what I'm saying? So that's my only reserve when it comes to Aaron Glenn. Now, I had said this on Twitter, and a lot of people kind of pushed back, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Mayo, exactly, right? Yeah, like Mayo, like Gerard Mayo was set up to fail. Like, they never really wanted him as the head coach of the Patriots. They just tolerated him a little bit until they can get the guy in Rabel that they really wanted. You see what I'm saying? So it's like Mayo wasn't set up to succeed in New England. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want Aaron Glenn to go through that in Dallas. You see what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, that's a good analogy, right? Just like that. I don't want Aaron Glenn to get mayoed. Where it's like, hey, you got an Aaron Glenn, and you give him a year and a half to rebuild this franchise. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Mark Jackson. List goes on and on, right? So we know how it happens, right? So it's like, me personally, that's why I would be out on Aaron Glenn now. I had said this on Twitter, right? And the reason why I said this on Twitter is because I posted a poll on Instagram, right? And I posted like Cliff Kingsbury, Lincoln Riley, Pete Carroll, Mike Zimmer, Kellen Moore. I didn't put Jason Witten on there. That's before I kind of got some of the news, right? And somebody else, right? Like, out of these coaches, who would you choose, right? And I had so many people saying, I don't want them. I don't want them. I hate these hires. I want Ben Johnson. I want Ben Johnson. I want Ben Johnson. I want Ben Johnson. And I was like, hold up, Chuck. This is Instagram, right? You know what I'm saying? This is Instagram. No knock to people on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at JTuck151. But I was like, hold on. Because, Tuck, you're doing it. I see other content creators doing it, other media members doing it. And now I see a bunch of random fans doing it. I'm like, hold on, Tuck. Stop. Record stretch. What is the big attraction to Ben Johnson? And I was like, shit, Tuck, I don't know. Like, have you even heard the man speak? No, not really, since I was doing the scouting report for Detroit, which was months ago. Do you know if he's a leader of men? Does he have fire and passion? I don't know. Like, what is Ben Johnson's offensive scheme? Like, is it a West Coast? Is it what is it? And I was like, shit, Tuck, you don't know. Well, hold on, Tuck. Well, why do you think that Ben Johnson is a quality head coach? I don't know, right? So I'm asking myself these questions, and I'm asking these questions out loud, and I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Tuck, have you just been blindly saying Ben Johnson should be the next head coach because that's the name that everyone's talking about? And I had to check myself and be like, I think so. I think so. I'm like, oh shit. So I pumped the brakes. I pumped the brakes and was like, hold on, bro. Hold on, Tuck. Like, let's pump the brakes. Let's do your research real quick. And let's make sure you're not just blindly just following the crowd. And I get it, right? Why are we following the crowd, or why did I follow the crowd? Because I don't like the options that's available to be keeping a buck with y'all. I hate that the Cowboys are moving on from Mike McCarthy. I hate it with a fucking passion right now because it really is going to derail our season next year. I know some people don't want to hear that, but it is. Losing Mike McCarthy hurts, and the possibility of Mike Zimmer announcing his retirement, you're going to have to get a whole. We have 25 plus free agents that needs to be resigned, right? Now we have to get a new offensive head coach with a new offensive philosophy, a new offensive coaching staff, new offensive scouts, right? And then a new defensive coordinator or third defensive coordinator in 3 years with a whole brand new staff, a whole brand new, like, it's a lot of change for a fan base or a team that was really just trying to help find a way to build a championship team next year. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm frustrated with the Mike McCarthy separation. Do I think Mike McCarthy is the GOAT or his incredible coach? Absolutely not. But I'm not one of these people who are going to lie to y'all like Mike McCarthy is trash. It's absolutely not. If you go get Mike McCarthy and Coach Zimmer more talent, right, and not poo poo them in free agency and poo poo them in the draft, I feel like they can put a competitive championship team together with their coaching philosophy. That's how I feel. But now, if you go get me a bridge guy, right, or if you go get me a Pete Carroll, now you have to match and set the tone with Pete Carroll's philosophy, and the players have to adapt, and there might be a learning curve. Our schedule next year doesn't allow a learning curve. See what I'm saying? Like, our schedule doesn't allow a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like it's not a third place schedule. It's damn like a first place schedule, right? So that's my frustration. It's like, damn, bro, it was going to be hard enough to go out there and rebuild the personnel when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys roster. Now we got to do a completely different coaching staff. We got to do, we really are renovating this entire shit. That's a lot of work to do, and we're damn near in February. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, for me personally, I'm like, this is a large mountain to climb. So for me, I'm kind of thinking of the next 1 to 2 years as a rebuild, move on from some contracts, clear up some cap space, all this and that, right? And that's where I'm at. Like, I don't think there's a coach, and if you were tossing Coach Prime, right? There's a coach that can really just take this team and then instantly we're championship contenders next year, right? I feel like there's minimal coaches that can do that, right? That's the Harbaughs, that's the Sean Paytons. Those are like those guys, right? But the guys that we're looking at, Kellen Moore can't take this team to a championship next year. um, Mike Zimmer can't do it. Pete Carroll probably couldn't do it. Jason Witten damn sure can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see that happening. So now it's like we've already taken a step back, and now with losing Mike McCarthy, we just took 4 more steps back. Now, could we slingshot forward? Absolutely, but there's a lot of work, right? There's a lot of work. And with the philosophy and the mentality that the Cowboys front office has, it makes it more difficult than what it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? It makes it a lot more difficult than what it needs to be. You're not going to go if you were to go get a Kellen Moore, right? Who we went and got Kellen Moore, but then you went and got a bunch of top-notch free agents and you were aggressive in the draft and you went and got loaded talent. Okay, maybe we can work a little bit, but you're going to go get a brand new head coach, be lethargic in free agency, right? Because y'all remember when we first got Mike McCarthy, how we was in free agency. Like we got like the Daryl Worleys, we got like the Ha Clinton Dix. Like Mike McCarthy didn't get a blank check when he first came. It was like, hey, bro, you pick off this lower shelf, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you're not going to give a new head coach that opportunity to write a blank check, I mean, it's a lot of work y'all to be done, right? Just keeping a buck with y'all. Y'all know we don't lie. Um, it's just it is a uphill battle. And for some of us, it's like, bro, do I even want to climb this mountain anymore? Do I even want to climb this mountain? Because it's a lot. We just roll back down to the bottom. Everything is open season right now, where we could be scrapping with the New York Giants. Um, Hey, Tuck, if they carry out this Witten plan, I'm done, bro. Hey, Doc, I sent you a link, DMV, if you want to jump on. But yeah, man, I talked to DMV. I talked to Rome about it last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, once I started talking to people, and it was funny, right? I didn't talk to Rome about it, but Rome had went live, so to my dog CFT, and he was sensing the same thing. All I did was confirm it, right? Confirm it from the people that I was speaking to. You see what I'm saying? So they are 1000% thinking this in their mind, right? And there's also reports that Jerry Jones, he's a man on a mission. Like Jerry Jones is leading the charge of finding this head coach, and he is doing it himself, right? He's picking up the phone. He's picking up the phone. He's making dials. That's why as soon as Mike McCarthy walked out the building, he called Coach Prime. I'll do this, right? And that's scary, y'all. That's scary. For all of y'all fellas in the chat, y'all know whenever y'all got dumped and you start just calling people because you was making some bad decisions. But you was hurt. You know what I'm saying? You was hurt and you was just, man, I don't need her. I got plenty on my team, right? And you called and called and called and dialed, and you wake up with that, man, why did I do that, bro? You know what I'm saying? Why did I do that? God damn it, because he was hurt. He was emotional, right? That's what I worry about Jerry Jones being so flustered right now because he can't figure this shit out. And he's just gonna just do something just to do it, right? Mr. York, what's going on with you, dog? Good morning. Good morning. If they want Witten, then just hire him and enjoy the suck and turn him. Exactly, Vaughn. That is where I'm at. That is where I'm at. That is where I'm at. Listen, I know it would be crazy to have Jason Witten go from high school to the pros like Nelly. Dropping them out of high school straight into the pros. Who know? I know. I love the way you make your knees touch. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to take Jason Witten from high school to the pros, then just do it, bro. Just do it. I don't want a 2-year buffer. Just do it now. Get it over with. Get it over with. Let him cut his teeth. Let him get his guys in. Let him take his lumps. Let him do all that, bro. And just go with it. But see, that's the problem with the Dallas Cowboys is that they want to gamble, but they don't want to gamble for real. You see what I'm saying? Like they don't want to really go all in. They want to kind of go all kind of in, right? If you like Jason Witten and Jason Witten is your guy, just go get him. Just go get him. No, they want a substitute, bro. They exactly wrong. They want a substitute teacher to jump on and teach him a little bit. Just bring him on and teach him. Yeah. Now we all have jobs, right? And we know trying to train your replacement We ain't doing that. I remember I had a job, right? They wanted me to train my replacement, right? Train my replacement. Do y'all think that Jay Tuck trained his replacement? No. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? I kind of told him like the lay of the land and the software to use, bro. But I wasn't teaching you my sales conversations, bro. I ain't teaching you my goddamn, you know what I'm saying, my whole philosophy. I've been in this company for almost 7 years, bro. I'm not teaching you the lay of the land. Figure it out just like I had to figure it out. Want to bring him up under the wing. You got a young kid out of college. Want to bring him up under the wing? Absolutely not, dog. Hey, bro. Hey, man. He would always message me in Teams messages. Hey, man. So I had this client, this case study that I was working on. Blah 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 blah. I mean, ignore that shit, dog. Oh, my bad. I'll get back to him. He'll tease me. Hey, man, I have this case study. So I was looking at this client's account balance in here, and it looks like they were over leveraged in ETFs. And I was wondering, like, how would you pursue? I would get back to him on Thursday. Sorry, bro. I just missed this. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. I missed that. I missed your message, bro. Figure it out. What did I have to do when I had these clients that had over leveraged ETFs? I had to research how should I help them diversify their balances. You know what I'm saying? God damn, I'm not giving you my cheat sheet for everything so you can replace me for a cheaper salary. Absolutely not. This company will give me my raise or I will dip. And I end up dipping. Um, let's see here. Just they just like the way Witten looks in a cowboy hat and cowboy boots. Oh man, wrong, bro. They gonna be all born in the USA. Born in the USA. The Born in the USA Cowboys, man. We are back. Born in the USA. Beer commercials, Jason Witten, All American Cowboy. This shit's gonna be goofy, bro. And we're stuck here, dog. Born in the USA. What's good, my dog Lou Takes, man? What's going on with you, bro? Um, there's questionable hires every cycle. We wouldn't be the first. It's actually on brand. I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, just do it. Just go out there and do it. Like, don't. And that's what I was saying about Aaron Glenn, bro. Don't Gerard Mayo, Aaron Glenn. You bring him in, he goes 12-5, and all of a sudden we make another transition, right? Whoever you think that you want to build this franchise around, whether it's Jason Witten, Kellen Moore, whoever, just go do it. Just go do it. Thunderstruck the remix. You been Thunderstruck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thunderstruck. Oh my God, I hate this damn team sometimes. Yeah, and the scouts, bro. Because now the scouts, like I was telling you guys about the whole scouting process, right? It's like grocery shopping. If Lou Tate says this is what it's like to be a Dallas Cowboys scout right now. If Lou says, "Yo, Tuck, go grocery shopping for me and my family," bro, I don't know what y'all eat. I don't know what y'all like. I don't know. Like what am I scouting for? Like even for me being a media scout, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't I don't think that you should be. How do you scout? I don't even know what we're looking for. I don't know the type of measurables. I don't know the type of traits. I don't know. Are we going from a 4-3 to a 3-4? Right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to be here. You know what I'm saying? All right, DMV, no rush, bro. I don't even know if I'm going to be here. So yeah, the scouts are scrambling, y'all. The scouts are scrambling where they're like, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right now, there's some scout probably sleeping in his car in the middle of Toledo, Ohio, not knowing who the hell or what the hell he should be looking at. You know? And what this does, y'all, it puts us behind the 8 ball, right? Does San Francisco have to make all these adjustments? Nope. Is Green Bay making all these adjustments? Nope. Is the Detroit Lions going to have to probably make all these adjustments? Maybe if they lose their coaching staff, right? Is Philadelphia going to have to make all these last minute adjustments? Probably just on one side of the ball, right? So it's like we are going to be behind the eight ball. And it's okay to be behind the eight ball if you have a front office that likes to gear up to speed. But shit, they probably about to go on a boat trip, a yacht trip, you know what I'm saying? Tour the seven seas. And they'll get back to us sometime around the Super Bowl. Tuck better do a mock draft with the fans. I will be highly upset. We do mock drafts with the fans all the time, bro. Will they use it as an excuse not to get free agents or resign? Probably. Because when is the first day of free agency? Is that like March something, right? So I mean, if you're looking to interview, let's say you want to interview Kellen Moore, right? And let's say the inevitable happens, right? And the Eagles go to the Super Bowl. Well, that means you can't interview Kellen Moore damn near to around Valentine's Day. You see what I'm saying? So look how delayed you are. Then you make a decision. Let's say you make a decision President's Day weekend or whatever. And then the first day of free agency is what, March 1st or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're already behind the eight ball. Like case in point, look how many interviews the Chicago Bears has had versus the Cowboys. You see what I'm saying? They've already had multiple interviews. The Jets have already had multiple interviews. Like some of these teams have interviewed like a whole list of coaches. But not only do you have to do a head coach, you also have to think about possibly who's going to be the defensive coordinator. So do you go with the offensive minded coach or do you go to the defensive minded head coach? Like how do you pivot? How do you it's a lot of decision making. And I will say this from a Cowboys fan perspective. When the Dallas Cowboys front office has to think a lot, I get nervous. I'm saying I get nervous. You can overcome this, but it's with building a crazy roster in the Cowboys. Yeah, exactly, Rome. Like here's what I'll say, right? As much, Rome, as we hate the Eagles, I don't think Nick Sirianni is a good coach. I actually think he's a very horrible coach, right? I think he's a bad coach, right? But they gave him so much talent, it's almost dummy proof. You see what I'm saying? It's almost dummy proof with Nick Sirianni with the amount of talent he got to. And another guy that I think about in college basketball is Coach John Calipari, right? Coach Calipari wasn't a good coach, right? From an X and O standpoint. But at Kentucky, I mean, you had Anthony Davis, you had John Wall, like you had so much talent, bro. All you had to do was just say, go play. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to bring in a Jason Witten or you're going to bring in a Kellen Moore, why not go out there and overload it with talent? You know what I'm saying? But they're not going to do that. Like, this is what I'm saying about Ben Johnson. Yes, Ben Johnson has the motion percentages. And yes, Ben Johnson has put these numbers up, right? But Ben Johnson doesn't have to scheme open Jalen Brooks. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I'm gonna do a video on it so y'all can see it, bro. Because when I was going through the film yesterday with Boss Cowboy in Detroit, listen, y'all. Listen, Linda. Listen, and I'm not trying to knock Ben Johnson or anything, but their offensive line is blocking they ass off, y'all. They're like, go on my Twitter feed. You can probably see it. I posted it yesterday. If y'all follow me on Twitter, right? Look at those massive holes that the Detroit Lions was making for Jahmyr Gibbs, and then you have someone with top gear speed bursting through the hole. There was nothing unique about the scheme. Some of those plays, there wasn't even no pre-snap motion. It's just that the Lions' entire offense was hat on hat, and they was moving people. Their guards pretty well get up to the second level like that, and when they block those linebackers, they are out the way. I mean, these holes are massive, y'all. And then you have Jahmyr Gibbs, and DMV was talking about it, and Rome was talking about in the chat. bro, even if you have that hole with a Rico Dowdle, he's not bursting like that. Like, bro, like Jameer Gibbs was hitting the hole so damn fast, I thought my computer was glitching. I was like, bro, is this Banks at 12? But still, bro, like, I'm like, man, I was like, bro, like, I'll show you guys. I'll do a video on it today because I already have the clips, right? But they were they were godly. And I was like, uh-oh, see, so you got my dog Lou, man. Lou's offensive line guy, man. So you know Lou gonna take Banks at 12. But I'm telling y'all, bro, when you see some of these plays, a mixed with the talent of Jameer Gibbs, it was like Ben Johnson didn't have to do nothing. I mean, a pin and pull is a pin and pull, bro. Like there's nothing new or creative about a pin and pull. There's nothing new and creative about a trap block. But when that trap block came from the backside, they got moved out the damn way. Like it was just like, and this is versus Tampa. I did Tampa, Texans. Who else did I do? Us. Like five different teams. I was like, let me just go see, right? And that was just a run scheme. Because everyone was like, well, Ben Johnson runs the ball well. So it's not like Kyle Shanahan with the zone scheme and it's so innovative that it's breaking the NFL or something like that. No, 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 no. These are simple as concepts that Ben Johnson has with the run game, but man, their offense executes. So this goes back to my whole conversation of Jimmy's and Joe's versus X and O's. Like bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I watched like almost like 60, 70 clips last night of just their run game alone last night. Like I showed you guys on Twitter. I was like, God damn. I knew the Lions had a good offensive line, but I didn't know they was doing shit like that. I'm like, bro, if you're an offensive line guy, like Lou, you love watching the offensive line play, just gritty toughness, hat on hat, moving people. Just go watch the Lions offensive line. And not only the offensive line is blocking like that, their wide receivers are blocking on the perimeter like that. Their tight end, right, is blocking the ass off like that. Like everybody is hat on hat moving shit, right? So I'm like, is it really Ben? I don't know, right? And that's why I was like, let me research Ben. Is he a vocal guy? Is Ben Johnson a fiery guy? Now I know Ben Johnson from Boston College. I wasn't familiar with him in Miami, right? So I don't know, right? But people don't know. Like if you ask somebody, like is Ben Johnson a fire and brimstone guy? Is he a tough guy? I don't know. I just want him tough. Well, yeah, well, we got to start doing our research a little bit. My guy Buzz going on building, if we rebuild him for a few years, get another lineman. Sometimes it only needs to be simple if you got the guys. Right, right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, DMV. I was like, one of the benefits of losing Mike McCarthy and possibly losing Mike Zimmer is we lose Mike Solari. I mean, I'm trying to be positive. Tuck, be positive. You're always negative. Be positive. Well, there's a positive for you, Cowboys Nation. We just lost Mike Solari too. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's a positive that we just lost Mike Solari too. Good riddance, bro. Because his offensive line coaching, no, nah, nah, bro, that ain't it. That is not it. You know what I'm saying? That is not it, right? That is not it. So if you want to look at the positives, we lost Mike Solari and we lost Jeff Blasco. And we lost Jeff Blasco, right? And we're losing Scott McCurley, the linebacker coach, Scotty McCurley, right? You're losing some of them guys. Now, Coach Wells, tight end coach, what's going to happen to him? I don't know, right? Yeah, also on the double team blocks, the Lions do a combo block and you don't stay long. And on the block, they go to the next player and block. Their O line's been together for 3 years now. They're all cohesive now. Bro, smoke. I'm telling you, bro, that's exactly it. Bro, those combo blocks is bam, number on number. I'm off the left shoulder. I'm up to the next level. And the next level, linebackers getting sealed. Where you going, bro? Like it was just like, it was a, it was a, it was a damn clinic. And I was like, boss, bro, God. I just started, like, I went to scout Ben Johnson in the run game, right? to see what's going on with the Lions run game, right? What the fuss was about. And it ended up turning into an offensive line film session. You see what I'm saying? I was like, they are moving in space. Like when those tackles and guards pull, they are athletic as hell. Like they are moving. Like they are moving. Like some of this, like I said, bro. And then, like I said, take that out into consideration. Once Jameer Gibbs is through that hole, it felt like the film was glitching. It felt like my film was skipping speed. I had to go look back and make sure I was at the normal playback speed. I'm like, nah, Tuck, you right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you right. You right. They are hitting the hole that damn fast. And when Gibbs is out in the open field, it's good night. It's good night. It is good night. It is good night. I'll make a quick video for y'all to kind of show y'all that, man. Might make his YouTube short or something or whatever, right? But I'm telling y'all, there's weapons that the Detroit Lions have help Ben Johnson look good, right? It does, right? Now, I'm not saying Ben's a bad coach or anything. I don't know Ben like that. Like I said, I'm doing my research on him. Now, why am I doing my research on Ben? Because the Cowboys ain't getting him. He's not coming to us, right? But it's like draft season, right? If everyone says, oh, I don't know, Luther Burden is the number one wide receiver in the draft, right? It's kind of like a game of telephone, right? Everyone just starts believing it, but no one's really even watching. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I felt that on Instagram because I even felt myself doing it. It's like, well, Tuck, if someone say, Tuck, why do you want Ben Johnson? I would have probably got hit with the face, right? Because I was like, I don't know. Because I'm desperate. Tuck, why do you want Ben Johnson as the head coach in Dallas? Because I'm freaking desperate right now, bro. Because my options are Kellen Moore and Rex Ryan and Jason Witten. I am desperate, y'all. I'm coming to y'all a wounded man right now, y'all. I am hurting as a Cowboys fan. I'm bleeding out. I'm bleeding out. Tuck, why do you want Aaron Glenn? Because I'm desperate, bro. I don't know. I just need somebody that's not what's being presented to me. That's what I just need. I just need somebody, someone, something versus the options that I'm being told that the Cowboys are about to make a move for. That's what I need. That's what I need. That's what I need. Then I gotta sit on Twitter and watch Mike Vrabel in a goddamn Patriots polo talking about how important the run game is and the focus and emphasis going to be on the run game. I'm just like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think defenses get killed in misdirection in screen games, Saints 49ers games, and scheme replays? I think it's because one, good question. One, I think it's because the traits of the players that we have, especially under Dan Quinn, they were taught to be aggressive, taught to be upfield, right? So when you have screen games, right, you slow down the pass rush, you slow down the upfield, right, with draws and screens, and also with misdirections, right? Whether it's motions, double motions, that's what San Fran did to us, that's what Green Bay did to us, right? Communication, right? You got to be able to communicate, but also what you're doing is creating leverage by the numbers, right? So try and explain this while I'm in the treadmill, right? So let's say you come out in a 2x2 set, right? You have two wide receivers on this side, two wide receivers on the right side, right? And this inside number two wide receiver now motions over to the left side, right? So now you have a 3x1. So your numbers versus the leverage of your defense might be on the left side, right? So then you have to shift because let's say you have 3x1, but you have two corners on the side and a safety. Well, now you have three wide receivers matched up versus two corners and a safety, right? But then you shift them back, right? You have to communicate those different things. Let's see here. Hold on, my dog DMB. See what I'm saying? So it's like you create the number game with leverage. What up? What up? What up? What up, you dog?
What's going on, man? Look, bro, I was
But my
knocked
boy got his.
out.
I thought you got your Arizona State shirt, man. I thought you was a Cam Scatterbooing, man.
Hell no, bro. Oakland High School, my guy. Oakland Athletics, bro. That's what I coach at.
What's going on with you, dog, man?
Hey, bro. Excellent conversation this morning, man. Y'all went crazy last night when I was knocked out, bro.
Bro, I was planning on getting ready for bed. I was doing some other stuff, man, and then my phone just started going crazy. You know what I'm saying? DM started getting flooded. And I was like, oh shit, man. I said, oh, here we go. I was like, all right, here
But
we
and
go.
here's the crazy thing, bro. Like, boss will tell you, and landlord, I swear to God, I told him that shit earlier. I was like, yo, Mike McCarthy, they probably tried to bring him back for 2 years to make Jason Witten the head coach. I,
Right,
and to be honest with you, dog, if that's the plan, if that's the play, the moment I see Jason Witten on staff, the moment I know what the play is, because
right,
that's what we did with Jason Garrett. That's what we
right,
did with Kellen Moore, really, as
right,
a coordinator and stuff like that. That's how
right,
they move. And if that's the plan, we know that shit ain't gonna work. It's not
right,
gonna work, bro.
right.
It's not gonna work.
Because who is dumb enough to take that, right? Who is dumb enough to say, all right, Tuck, you're going to be the head coach of Dallas Cowboys. But wait, hold on. One caveat before you sign. We want Jason Witten on your staff. Well, why? I got a tight end coach, man, who I've been with for years. You know what I'm saying? He's worked with the how I understand that, Tuck, but we just want Jason Witten somewhere, somewhere on your staff. You
Now,
know?
if Jason Witten, now who knows though? This is one thing that I probably think Jason Witten could help with. He
Right.
could probably help with the run game. He probably
Right.
can. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I just don't trust Jerry to
Right.
bring him along slow. Like, the plan is going to be to make him a head coach. It's not going to be like, let's just put the best staff together.
Right, right, and that's the problem, bro. It's gonna be more like, all right, this is he had the vision, right? Because like even with Kellen, bro, he had a vision for Kellen. He didn't want to get rid of Kellen. See what I'm saying? So it's gonna be the same thing with Jason Witten, where it's like all of a sudden he's climbing up the ranks and he's just getting closer and closer, getting a brand new title. You know, because they have roles like that in Dallas where you're gonna be on the staff, where you're kind of like a intern, right? So like kind of like my dog Will Blackman, right? Like he wasn't a coach, but he was just on the staff. But for Jason Witten, they're probably going to give him a position because the coach they're going to lose Coach Linda Wells, right? You're going to lose Wells, so then there's a tight end coach available. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like it's going to be hard to respect it. You see what I'm saying? If I'm a player, it's going to be hard to respect it. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I feel like what the Cowboys are doing right now, it's just that they have this mold, y'all, that they like, and
It's not gonna fucking work, bro. Like,
it's
all right,
not going. It's not going to work, bro. I feel like they just saw, oh, was a former Cowboy tight end and Dan Campbell, and it worked in Detroit. We can do the same thing again. You know what I'm
how
saying?
about we do some? How about we do some Detroit player shit and go get some goddamn skill positions? Because not only do they have running backs, they got receivers too. People
Right,
forget Jameson Williams was a first round pick, and he was the
right,
best receiver in his draft, but he got hurt. So they
right,
they 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 waited for him to really heal up. That's why he really hurting people the way he is, because he really the best receiver in his own draft.
right, right. They loaded up with weapons. The Detroit Lions, like I was saying last night, they didn't follow a cute little chart, right? They said, I don't give a damn, bro, about your little chart. We're going to run him back in the first round. Also, here's a double FU to your little chart. We're getting a linebacker too. And we're going to take a tight end at the top of the second round. You know what I'm saying? So the Detroit Lions built things in their image. But here's what I want to say, right? A lot of people are like, well, tough. Dang, Mike McCarthy didn't have discipline. Look at the Detroit Lions. They're disciplined. Bro, y'all remember the entire Detroit Lions team was damn near suspended for placing parlays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People forget that. You know what I'm saying? People forget
Detroit not that disciplined, dog. They just got players because
they,
I
they
mean
got they got they got players and they're winning. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But let's not act like this is some godly team. They're just winning right now, bro,
dog,
because they
Dan
have
Campbell will go for it on 4th and 5 at his own 15 and shit, bro. That's not
now.
discipline. That's not disciplined
Right.
football.
So, bro. So imagine if Mike McCarthy lost a game to Green Bay, right? Because he went for two on 3 times in a row when all we needed was a field goal.
Oh
You
yeah,
see what I'm saying?
it'd have been firing him.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
I don't. Mike got a little bit of him. Mike has a little bit of that in him, where he
Right.
does dumb stuff though,
Right.
and it backfired. Like remember 2 weeks in a row we faked the punt,
Right.
like the
Right.
same fake punt.
Right. Right. Hey, my dog, Ant, appreciate the super chat, $5 super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. The problem is Jerry's going to try to force it instead of being organic. Oh, yeah, 1000%, bro. Nothing gets to grow in organic. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, absolutely not. It's going to be forced, right? Because he's going to try to moonshot Jason Witten up this board, right? So he can sell it. Because right now, as much as Cowboys fans like Jason Witten, it's kind of to explain how as a high school head coach, now the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to explain it, right? But if you can stash him on your staff for 1 to 2 years, then you can make a play for it, right? So this is where it gets disheartening as a Cowboys fan, bro, knowing that it's a lame duck season. You know what I'm saying? It's a lame duck season unless they go with option B, like I said, and they just say, you know what, fine, let's just throw the bag at the best coach available and make it happen. You know?
Hear me out, dog. I was talking with boss and landlord yesterday, and at first he was like, "It ain't gonna work. Like, why it ain't gonna work?" But then we started talking about all the positives, bro. We really need to push this Prime as head coach thing, bro, to
Yeah,
keep him away from that Jason Witten shit. Have
yeah,
to, bro. We gotta
yeah,
push. We gotta push that. Like, we gotta let him know, like that. That's the play, dog.
yeah.
Because I don't think that any of these coaches out here right now is big enough, a big enough splash to keep him from that Jason Witten shit. I
Right. Right, right. I felt like you missed out on Sean Payton. You missed out on just up bringing Dan Quinn, right? So now there's nobody who he really, really wants that can stop him from it. And the only person that can stop him from Jason Witten is Coach Prime.
Yep.
Where he's like the only person that can stop him from Jason Witten is Coach Prime, where Coach Prime will get a fair shot. You see what I'm saying?
And Coach Prime is gonna bring in a staff too. Like, I
Right,
mean, like, he not looking to be the DB position coach. He looking
right,
to be the head coach, and he gonna put people on. Like, we'll have
right,
Warren Sapp in here, probably like Jonathan Vilma, or you know what I'm saying. Like, we
right,
gonna have
right.
we
You
gonna
can,
have
you can,
players in
you can
here.
Coach Prime could sell an Al Harris on staying in Dallas. See what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
And
I
Al Harris
mean,
will probably get a shot at running the defense. Like,
right,
I mean, people might not like it, but from a football standpoint, yeah, the coaching staff gonna get a little darker. It's gonna
right,
get a little
right.
darker.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot darker, right? You know what I'm saying? So and the fan base, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
But
we might be sitting in section 100 with a few thousand around our neck, making people uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, bro, it's just crazy that can we fight it, bro? Can we fight? Can you fight Jerry being locked in on the All American, born in the USA Cowboys approach with Jason Witten with Coach Prime? You know what I'm saying? It's it's bad, bro, because it's like we're not thinking about what's best for the football team. It's just best from a marketing business standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that's where I'm at. Because I was telling Sky this last night. I was like, bro, like the thing that pisses me off the worst about this Mike McCarthy thing, if you knew, I like Mike McCarthy, but there's this rip and tear with our philosophy and him. I really don't like him like that. After he got smoked last year versus Green Bay, you could have just moved on. And the coaching pool was a lot higher. You could have went and got McDonald, who went to Seattle. You could have got Dan Quinn. Like there were so many better coaches available last year, but you held on to Mike McCarthy after he got embarrassed last year versus Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? So that's my problem is the Cowboys, y'all, they're always reactive versus proactive.
hmm absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, bro. And so the reactive thing is, man, let's watch how Detroit does it with Dan Campbell. Like, we always trying to create a Walmart version of whatever else
Right.
somebody else is doing.
Right.
Bro. Like,
Right.
and then we're gonna sell it as our own. And Bro, nobody is buying this Jason Witten shit, bro. Like I'm telling you, on lose fans, you ain't gonna make the money you think you are.
There will be people who buy Jason Witten because of what the options are available. You know what I'm saying?
But what has Jason Witten even showed us as? I mean, all right, he was a great player. You know what I'm saying? He was a great player, but he ain't win shit.
I don't know, bro. His
He ain't
work,
win nothing. He haven't even
work
coached at the
ethic,
NFL level yet.
work ethic. He always did the right thing. Walter Payton Man of the Year award. You know, I'm like,
Hey,
shit. If you talk to Jason Witten the thing, shit, just make Dak Martin the head coach. Shit, he probably
I was
knows.
about to say everything that Jason Witten has done, Dak Prescott has outdone him.
Right.
So you might as well make Dak the damn coach.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Might as well make Dak a player coach, bro. Because at the end of the day, like Jason Witten, bro, I've heard some really bad teammate stories about Jason Witten.
Bro, I posted it on Twitter, right? And of course, everyone skimmed past it because of Jason Witten. I posted the articles about Jason Witten at 36, which is way older than Zeke, saying that the Dallas Cowboys drafting a tight end would be pointless because they're not going to get a tight end better than him. This was 2019, 2020 Jason Witten, or 2019 Jason Witten, right?
Martellus Bennett had bad stories about Jason Witten.
Right.
Shit, Jason Witten is why T.O. is gone or
Right.
was gone or what, bro. Him and Daz probably had a dust up. I bet money.
They did. They did. Y'all remember the whole Cabo trip, right, or whatever they go with, right? That was Jason Witten and Romo that went on that
Yeah,
Cabo.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jason Witten went too, and y'all don't say shit about it.
Right, right,
Y'all don't say
right,
nothing about it. Jason Witten and his woman was there too,
right. Yeah. So
and
it's
T.O.
like,
paid for it.
and see, and here's the thing, right? Our players, I feel like players rallied for Mike McCarthy because they knew Mike McCarthy wasn't a front office puppet. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's different to be able to talk to a manager or a coach in confidence, knowing they're not going to run upstairs and snitch. You see what I'm saying? So from the stories I've heard about Jason Witten is we all know, like we always had those people on the guys where if we have a game on Saturday, but we might have a few little drinks playing Madden on Friday. Hey man, coach said that we shouldn't be drinking before the game. Like what I'm saying? Like, and like, hey, like it's one of those tattletales. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that's what Jason Witten's going to be in. Where it's like, bro, I can't talk to you in confidence. I know you're going to run right upstairs and tell Jerry. You know?
If you look across the NFL, right? You look across the teams that are winning. Those people aren't your leaders. Those are your role players.
Right.
And you
Right.
can manufacture who a leader is. A leader is a leader, right? Like, sure, you can make him a captain. You can make him a captain for the week and all that type of stuff. But
Right.
that try hard shit don't win nothing, bro. It does.
And see, people who play the game understand that, right? I understand that, right? The try hard people, right? They are doing that because they have to overcompensate for their athletic ability, right? But that doesn't equate leadership because you are the strongest in the gym and you practice the hardest and you log the most hours on watching film. You can do all that stuff and still be trash. You know what I'm saying? So when it's game day and you're in that foxhole, who are you going to rally behind? You're rallying behind CD. You're rallying behind Micah Parsons. Like you're not rallying around the the Captain Americas. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not taking nothing for Jason Witten. He had a great career, but if that's the image that you're wanting to build the Dallas Cowboys in, we've been trying to mold everyone's that image for years. It doesn't work for us.
Because that shit don't work. I
It
mean,
don't.
look at bro. I can't tell you a time that it did work. And here's the thing about it, right? Like you look at Troy Aikman. I think Troy Aikman was a hell of a leader. The more that I think about it now, the more that I heard what he said the other day, the more that I realized that Troy wasn't somebody that they painted as that. Troy
Right.
was somebody that had everybody's respect. It didn't
Right.
matter. Like Troy was gonna cuss your ass out. Like
Right.
Troy was gonna be the leader to hold everything together, and
Right.
it wasn't gonna look cookie cutter. I think
Right.
they had this idea that Troy was like that, but he wasn't.
Right.
Troy wasn't gonna snitch upstairs. Troy believes that your coach needs to have the power. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And
Right.
your leader's got to be an extension of the coach, not the
Right.
extension of the fucking ownership. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's where it's being lost. And
Right.
Troy is frying these motherfuckers. Hell, if you want to hire somebody as a head coach, if you
Right.
say
Hire
Troy
Troy
Aikman,
Aikman.
hey,
Troy
all
Aikman.
right, I'm all
Right.
ears.
Right. Hire Troy Aikman. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Right. But yeah, I agree. Right. Troy's leadership was panicked that he was this all American, all great, you know what I'm saying, quarterback. No, Troy was in the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Troy pulled up to Michael Irvin's, you know what I'm saying, trial. You know what I'm saying? Like he was that type of guy. Like he was in the trenches on all aspects, right? And he held people accountable. And I think the divide when it comes to Troy and the organization is Troy was Jimmy's guy. He wasn't Jerry's guy. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I
yeah,
think that when you see Troy pop out and show, it's for Jimmy. Like when he went to the Ring of Honor, you know what I'm saying? When he was in the Ring of Honor, Troy was out there laughing, kikiing, you know what I'm saying? Because that's for my guy, right? After that, shit, you ain't see Troy. You know
they
what I'm saying?
gave Troy a big ass jacket, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
sabotaged my man Troy that day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Sadiqa, if you want to get Chris the hell up out of here, you know what to do, sis. Rock it bye, baby. Shit. Um, so yeah, so that's the difference, right? Um, it's just one of those things, right? So you need that in Dallas, right? Because what I'm trying to explain to people, could Jason Witten be a good coach? Yeah, maybe in Chicago, right? Or maybe, somewhere where there's not a lot of expectations, right? Where there's not a lot of expectations and bright lights and glitz and glamour. But you need someone to hold this team accountable and keep them blinded from the lights.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
I mean, they tried to make it seem like, and I think I was listening to you. Was it you who was saying that Will McClay and Mike McCarthy had an issue with each other, or
Right.
they didn't
Right. Yeah,
mesh
that's what
well?
I found out talking to a few people that. So I guess apparently, like I said, I'm not putting no names out there. The real dispute was on the usage of how Mike McCarthy was using Brandon Cooks, right? So I think there was something where, we know like last year, right? Brandon Cooks was being involved earlier. Then they started involving him. Then he, you know what I'm saying, started taking off, right? Well, then this year, before the injury, right, it was kind of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So there was something with Brandon Cooks kind of involved. Also, the running back situation that we're all aware of. So I think it was so when they say
Will,
philosophy, it was more not, I think, Jerry and Will and Stevens thing versus Mike McCarthy's thing. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm gonna side with Mike here because I've seen what Mike can do when he got dudes, and
right,
when you know what I'm saying. I seen in Green Bay, like they didn't shy away from like I just saw a big difference in how the team was built in Green Bay with how it was built in Dallas. And it seems like I don't know that Will can go and get skilled guys. I don't know that Will believes in that. It
right,
might be Will's philosophy to not have the guys that can make plays and to go because it might be Will's philosophy to go out and get a whole bunch of undrafted free agents. Like Will's philosophy might be that he's so used to building when we don't have money, and the
right,
Jerry and the Joneses like that because then they don't have to spend so much of their money out of pocket.
right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? And that's what they like. But in actuality, that don't win games. But
right,
again, maybe they don't care about winning games. Maybe they just want to be good enough to keep making revenue the easy way and not
right,
have to deal with so many egos. When you
right,
get good players in here, you're going to deal with some egos. You're going to deal with some guys that have a little bit of swag.
right.
I'm with Mike on this, bro. Will, dog, you on the fire? You under the fire too? And everybody keep talking about, well, they got to do something with Will McClay. If the thing was, I got to decide between Will McClay and Mike McCarthy, dog, both of y'all asses is gone in my book. To me,
Right.
both of y'all is
Right.
gone.
Right. But see, like you said, right, when it comes to Jerry, who's his allegiance, Steven, who was their allegiance going to be towards? Wilt McClay that can go out there and give me my budget beast. You see what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
can go out there and give me my budget beast. Like I said, we all saw it unfold on camera where Mike McCarthy was like, I want Matthew Bergeron, the left tackle out of Syracuse, right? Dan Quinn was like, shit, don't put me in this. I'm not going Mozzie. It was Will McClay pitching Mozzie Smith, right? And who did the Cowboys side with and go with? They went with Mozzie Smith. So then it busts. Everyone's talking about, well, Dan Quinn made him like, well, bro, I didn't want this shit. Mike McCarthy's falling. I didn't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's one of those things where it's like, always explain it like a divorce, right? Or like a parity house, right? If you have the mom and dad on different pages, the kids are going to act up. And I feel like that's the problem in Dallas. Like nobody's on the same page. Your coach not on the same page with your front office and your GM. Like everybody kind of is doing their own thing because the problem when it comes to Dallas Cowboys is we don't have an identity of what we're trying to build. Like case in point, bro. If let's say Mike Tomlin or Harbaugh says, "Yo, Tuck, I want to make you a scout for the Steelers or the Ravens," right? Even though I don't know them, I know the type of mold that they look for. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
Mike Tomlin can call me and be like, "Yo, Tuck, I'm looking for some linebackers," right? I know that fits the linebacker mold in Pittsburgh. I know, like, I know, like, what it looks like, what their image looks like what their foundation is, right? When it comes to the Cowboys, it just we got a little bit of this, we got a little bit of that. We got to like what is the image? What is the identity of the team that we're trying to build? You know what I'm saying?
A bunch of
Um,
underdogs with the story. Like,
right,
cause we
underdog
selling
stories,
stories.
right?
We ain't selling wins. We selling
Right.
stories.
Right. Like, yeah, like when the Ravens got Patrick Queen, it was just like, all right, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? They got Trent Simpson. It was like, he looks like like we say, he looks like a Raven. You know what I'm saying? Like Quinyon Mitchell, Jalen Carter look like an Eagle. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to the Cowboys, it's like, who is the nicest guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, we don't have an image. We don't have an identity, bro. And I feel like Mike McCarthy was trying to build it, but it may have not coincided with what Jerry and Steven and also Will wanted.
So yeah, maybe Mike's discussion was, hey, look, I need to save more player personnel because
Right,
I don't really like where we've gone with the last couple years. If you
right,
think about it, in Mike's last year, Will McClay ain't do him no favors. I'd have beef with him too.
right,
I'd have been pissed. I'd have been pissed at him too, dog. What did Will give him this year in his contract year that he can really work with? You mad at the usage of Brandon Cooks?
right,
What Brandon Cooks is a body catcher.
right,
So y'all didn't draft a receiver
right,
because y'all felt like Brandon Cooks was better than all these receivers in this draft.
right,
Or I mean, that don't even sound right, GM wise. It don't
right.
even sound right. It sounds stupid.
Right. Yeah. And so, and I agree 1,000% with you. This is my last year because the team is putting me on a 1 year deal to show and prove what I can do. And this is what you give me to cook with, you know? And that's why I feel like and now the stories are making sense, bro. Because if you look at the history of our drafts, right, there's always been this revenge draft. See what I'm saying? So like we knew that the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy was like J Tuck. He wanted Trey McBride. He wanted Trey McBride. Like that was his guy. That's who he wanted. He wanted Trey McBride. We got sniped for Trey McBride. We took Jake first, and okay, cool. What did Mike McCarthy turn around and do the very next year? I'm gonna go get me a tight end in the second round. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it felt like anytime Mike McCarthy didn't get what he wanted, he spun the block around and got it earlier, right? And even with the Matthew Bergeron, right? It was like, damn, I didn't get Matthew Bergeron because they gave me Mozzie Smith. Well, damn near next year, I'm gonna go get Tyler Guyton. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
we always a year behind what we think and probably what would have been for the curve at the
Right,
time.
right. And also, what's crazy is think about this, y'all. We only since 2020, we only actually got 2 years of Mike McCarthy, right? Because Kellen Moore was in the way calling the offense.
Yeah.
You know, so we only got real, and that's what I'm saying. When you constantly hear players echoing the same sentiments, I would like to see him do his own thing with more control. I would like to see what he could have did if he had more control. The players know it. The players are telling us. You see what I'm saying?
But I'm not even gonna say, and I see Lou saying Mike make rash decisions. I think it's more of a Mike saying, "See, I fucking told y'all. I
Right,
told y'all that this is what I needed," and then
right,
they go out and try and do it and get somebody that is a worse prospect than what he originally wanted or what was sitting right there.
right,
And like, see, Mike, It's like, nah, I wanted damn Trey McBride. Trey McBride is a better player than Jake.
Right. Right.
It's not the same thing, bro. It's not
Right.
the same thing to go get a Tyler Guyton and not Matthew Bergeron. We're a year too late, guys. In
Right.
this player.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's the case, right? Also, take Mike McCarthy out of it, put Dan Quinn in it, bro. Dan, what do you need to be successful? I need Bobby Wagner. Well, we can get you a Bobby Wagner. But what about this Will Hart? You know what I'm saying? Or what about you play Damone Clark a little bit more? Or what about, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, bro.
Like,
Like,
no, I want Bobby Wagner. No, who
right.
was the other linebacker that was was it KJ Wright?
Yeah, KJ Wright, yeah.
I want KJ Wright.
Right.
Well, we might be able to convert some of these safeties. Like
Right,
we can
right. Well, remember, right? Even Dan Quinn sent them to dinner with Shaq Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, bro, I need a linebacker. They went to talk to Shaq Leonard, even though it didn't work out in Philly. They came back empty-handed. All right, so all I had left in the kitchen to cook with was Marquise Bell. That's all I had.
So if you Mike, bro, why wouldn't you beef with that? Why
Right,
wouldn't you have an issue? Because my coaching hood, like my name, my reputation, what I
right,
put out there where everybody is looking at it, like in my name, like this guy gets to sit back here and not have to deal with that.
right, right.
He don't
Yeah,
gotta deal with that scrutiny. He don't gotta
right,
even make this stuff work. All he
right.
gotta do, go ahead.
Right. Mike McCarthy has to go out there and try to scheme open Jalen Brooks while everyone shouts in Will McClay, I trust.
Yeah, hell no. Like when people was like, man, the Jones got a decision, man. They got to hurry up and sign Will McClay. I was like, why? He part of the problem.
But see,
Part of the problem.
he gets to be in the league of shadows, man. The people who don't get none of the blame, right? You
Nah,
know?
his ass should be in limbo too.
Mm-hmm.
All of y'all should be in limbo. Look, I'm watching
Right,
all. You watch these. You watch they rebuild. Watch Tennessee get back because
right,
they fired their GM. I don't know about the Raiders. The Raiders are the Raiders. The Raiders are us really in the AFC for real.
right. The Raiders will bounce back, right? Because of the factor that they got Tom Brady. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Tom will be the attraction, right? And he'll spark it. You see what I'm saying? But you have football guys making football decisions. That's what we don't have. Like that's what we don't have, right? It's like even when it comes to the 49ers, right? And their GM, right? And John Lynch. Like for those of you who don't know, the younger John Lynch was a tough ass safety. Like John Lynch was the type of safety that would knock your damn head off, right? So when you see the 49ers, it's dark, it's gritty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, and I hate to say this publicly, bro, but it's like, think about the Cowboys, bro. We don't really have no crunchy black players on our team. You see what I'm saying? Like, we really don't.
Thank you, bro. Hey, look, I was trying to say, like, I was like, man, this is the group chat because you know I have a different way of putting it. So I'm
Right,
certified MFer,
right,
certified MFer. Like I was gonna say, John Lynch really was the tryhard, and when
right,
John had them crunchy black certified MFers around him, John
right,
Lynch thought that joint getting toasted. But
right,
John Lynch really was the tryhard guy that was around a whole bunch of certified MFers
right,
adopted that mentality. Difference between him and Jason Witten. Jason
right,
Witten go up there, oh, Warren Sapp's listening to loud music, and I think you guys should do something about it.
right,
John
right.
Lynch, like, man, turn that motherfucker up.
Right, right. Crank that shit up. You know what I'm
Turn that
saying?
shit up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, who y'all listening to? Oh, shit, this that 3-6 Mafia. Yeah, turn that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you build a cohesive locker room. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it divided. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have it divided, right? Because I remember it used to be like that when I was in college, right? We would come in, you know what I'm saying, when it's time to work out, you know what I'm saying? Since my dog Anthony Hill, his dad, like Anthony Hill Jr., whose dad plays for Texas, right? So a certain portion of our college team will be in the weight room and they'll be listening to, some country shit or whatever, in the weight room. Then we would come in, he would go to the CD player, take they shit out, toss it, what I'm saying? Now we got now we got that, so we got that 36 mom, we got that little John because we're trying to work out. But what we had to find was some cohesiveness that we all could get crunk to. You see what I'm saying? As a team, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you have those divides, it's like, man, why y'all take our CDs out? Why we ain't listen to that shit? You know what I'm saying? Then we had to find some Welcome to the Jungle, some shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that. Okay, we can roll with that. See what I'm saying? But it's like you were saying, yeah, John Lynch was raised around killers. You see what I'm saying? And we've all seen it. We all seen the white guy, right? Who just grew up in the hood. His haircut's a little bit different. His swagger's a little bit different. Like
Certified MF got no color, dog.
yeah,
Don't got no color.
right, yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like you need that. Like you need someone that's going to unify. Not say, okay, listen, this is the way that I did things in Dallas, right? As a leader, as Jason Witten. But Micah, I want you to lead your way. You know what I'm saying? I want you to lead your way. I want to be behind it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be Micah Parsons and be a dog and speak your, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be if Micah doesn't lead this way, then Micah's the bad guy.
You're absolutely right, and I'm gonna say this because I think you were pointing this out. How can I trust this guy as a leader of men when the guys that were behind him at the tight end position, they will tell you that he wasn't that. They will tell
Right,
you that the guy that took all the snaps and that
right,
did not want to make you better. He was
right,
competing with you
right,
constantly. So he's
right,
going to with the leaders of your team.
right,
And instead of them being an extension of him. Like me coaching, when I coach, like for example, like when I'm coaching in it's either high school, little league, or whatever, I want my leaders to own to because it's like when I'm not around, you guys are gonna have to lead everybody. You know what I'm
right,
saying? You have to be the voice of reason. You guys are gonna have to police yourselves. The best teams have team leaders. And then, you know what I'm saying, the coach just comes in and just lays out the plan. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But I don't see Jason Witten doing that. And Achilles said something up in the comments, bro, where it was talking about like you don't want players to go to jail or something like that. Let me see if I can read the comment. If I can
Oh
find
yeah,
teams
teams
want
don't
to
want to
draft
draft
a guy.
the guy in prison. Atlanta learned that the big character matters, not necessarily.
That's not even what the hell we even talking about, bro. Like obviously, like you talked about Mike Tomlin, you talked about Baltimore and what they want. Like it's not like they got a whole bunch of guys. It's not like John Lynch is drafting a whole bunch of guys that go to jail. Like what the hell are you
Right,
talking about, bro? That's
right,
the shit that we talking about, bro. That makes me upset. It's like if you go out and you get these type of people, like you gonna get people like that think that we talking about thugs. And it's
right,
like no, bro. Like there are people out there that are rough, that are tough, that are football players that are rugged, that are tough, that abide by the law, bro.
right. And
It's not
that's what
what we
people
talking
understand.
about.
It's football. Football is a dirty, grimy, nasty, disgusting sport, y'all. Like you have to be off a little bit in the head. Like you don't have to be a good guy at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what people don't understand. Like you need some of those spark plugs, right? They're not hurting nobody. At the end of the day, right? You know what I'm saying? Players like Dez, right? I'm tossing Dez, right? Dez wasn't hurting nobody. I'm telling y'all, bro, for someone who's around him constantly, Dez is the one's most genuine, nice. He's actually too damn nice sometimes. I'm like, bro, you're being way too nice, right?
How many
He's
times you
too
heard him
nice.
called a thug, bro? And that's
Right, but
it,
he was
dog.
called a thug. He was called all this because his pants sagged in the mall. You know what I'm saying? Like it's shit like that, right? So it's like, but we knew on game day, Dez was a goddamn savage because he wanted to win. That doesn't make you a thug. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But that's the problem is we paint it as, oh well, he's a thug. If you're not born in the USA, you're a thug.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the misconception about what Dion is doing or what Dion will bring to us. How many of his
Right,
players are in trouble? How
right,
many? Matter of fact, they probably getting robbed before they getting in trouble.
right.
Uh, by by women too.
Right, right. But that was that's the narrative that they were painting in Colorado, that they were thugs. Why? Because they had iced out chains and driving Rolls Royces and had young Dolphin. That's what made them thugs. You know what I'm saying? Actually, just posted yesterday that Colorado's football team has had the highest GPA average in since like last 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Dion's not letting these kids thug. He just put out a list the other day. They can't wear flip flops. They can't wear tank tops. You know what I'm saying? But the narrative that people would just spew on them that they're a bunch of thugs, right? Why? Because they have their Instagrams on the back of their practice jerseys. That's why they thugs. You
They
know what I'm
thugs
saying?
because they black, bro.
Right.
They
Right.
thugs
So it's
because
like,
they
yeah.
black.
So it's
And
like,
they understand leverage. They understand their own leverage. They understand how good
right.
they are, or they understand how people view them, or like I mean, being black with leverage all of a sudden means you're a thug, or being black
Right.
with tag. Like,
Yeah.
bro, y'all got to get rid of that, man, because it's not
Right.
true.
Right.
It's not the 1970s, 1980s, bro.
Right. Like I don't want Coach Prime in Dallas. He's gonna be a prima donna. What the hell do you think our organization is?
Bro, what a prima donna. Dog, your owner literally does a post game from outside the locker room after games.
Right.
What do you
Right.
mean you don't want a prima donna? Maybe we
Right.
need the prima donna that knew how to win. That
Right.
I mean, Dion has won championships, bro.
Right. Bro, he honestly, I mean, if it wasn't for Kansas, Colorado would have been the Big 12 championship. They probably would have beat Arizona State. They would have been in the CFP in 2 years. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it's like, who is more proven as a football coach that can put winning teams together? Dion did it in high school. He was doing it in high school. He went to JSU, did it just like that. Went to Colorado and had them competitive in the Big 12 just like that. Or Jason Witten, who just won a high school game championship.
Did Dion win the national black championship? I think he did, right? Before he
At
left.
JSU, I think he did, right? I think he
I
did.
think yeah, I think he lost the first year, and then I think he won the second year, and then
Right.
went to Colorado. So yeah,
Yeah. Since I live in Colorado, his players are not they're not thugs. That's what I'm saying, right? But once again, y'all have to understand we have a large percentage of this fan base that thinks that way, right? So that's why it's easier to pitch to all American born in the USA, like that is what leadership really looks like. Michael
absolutely.
Irvin, Michael Irvin, as much as he had his off-field issues, he was a leader. You see what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
Charles Haley, as crazy as he was a leader, right? You guys need, and I always give this analogy, right? Y'all know I travel, y'all know I do a lot of stuff with a lot of different people, right? At the end of the day, like I always told Roman DMV this in our group chat, right? There are certain content creators I wouldn't go to Philadelphia into the link with, right? And I love them to death, but I would go to the link with DMV and with Rome, right? Why? Because I know that we can go in the foxhole, and if we have to rumble, we're gonna rumble and make sure we get our ass home. That's
That's it,
how we
bro.
do football.
Hey, bro, I gotta make a home, dog. I gotta get
Like I
home
got I gotta
to my
make it
lady
home.
and my babies, bro.
Yeah, I
It
gotta
is
I
what it
gotta
is.
take it home. Now we gonna get out there. Who knows if we gonna win or not? But we're gonna get it home. And I know it ain't gonna be just me and DMV over there scrapping, and Rome's gonna be standing over there like, "Hey guys, stop fighting!" Like, no, we all gonna be in the mix, and we all gonna make it home. That's how it is on the football field, bro. I know there are certain players on my team that when we have to go in the thick of things, that's gonna let shit pop. That has my back. That's leadership. That's leadership. You see what I'm saying? That's a rule that we live by. Hey, bro, if I'm out with you, I gotta make it home. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make it home, bro. I gotta get back. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been in those situations where I've been out with some people, and some shit pop off, and they standing over by the bar. They standing over here. Hey, bro, nah, I'm dinner wanting to fight y'all when I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all left me short. That's not leadership, right? So you need foxhole guys. For those of you who've been in the military before or whatnot, you need foxhole guys. Foxhole guys are leaders. I'm a foxhole guy. You know what I'm saying? That's how I lead. Now, people might look in the content space and be like, Jay Tucker's not a leader. He doesn't say all the right things. He doesn't do all this. But when I see some shit in our community or someone being disrespected in our community, I'm 10 toes down front line.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's leadership, right? So there's different ways that you can lead. Going back to my last summer video with the Ninja Turtles, there's Leonardo's, there's Michelangelo's, there's Raphael's, right? Donatello's, multiple ways, right? Everybody always wanted to make Leonardo. That's what leadership looks like. But y'all know when shit really hit the fan and it was time to strap up versus multiple foot soldiers, you needed that Raphael. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then you also need people with light personalities like Michelangelo that can keep you loose. That's leadership. You know what I'm saying? But you also need people with it. Like there's different ways to lead. Leonardo was never just the leader. They tried to make him that, but that was not the case. Everyone had their own form of leadership.
Yeah, and and here's the thing: when things really, really went sideways, it was always Rav. You know what I'm saying? Who
Yeah.
got? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
he was a
Yeah.
little off, bro.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. When Splinter got kidnapped, and they were sitting around the fire with the tears and shit. That was Raphael saying, "I'm going to get Master Splinter back." You know what I'm
I'm
saying? I
about,
don't give a damn.
I'm about to get it back in blood. Now he got his
Yeah, I'm
ass
about to get
whooped,
it back in
but
blood. You know what I'm saying?
he
Like,
got his
yeah,
ass
bro.
whooped.
I
But
remember that scene. I remember that scene still to this day as a kid. Man, I get goosebumps thinking about it. They
they
were
would have
sitting
never
around.
went and got him if it wasn't for Rav going in there.
Exactly, exactly. Because remember, Raph went out by himself. He got jumped and kidnapped. They got and came and got him. But once they got Master Splinter, and they sat around that campfire, and Master Splinter came up out that fire and said, "My sons," and all. Man, Raphael started crying. He said, "Fuck that, dog." He said, "I'm going to get my pops back, bro." You know what I'm saying? Like,
And if you think about it, Raphael almost he was the one who put the most. He was the one who cut Shredder.
yeah,
He
yeah.
Shredder.
Yeah. Cut his
Yeah,
face. You know what I'm saying? They all was getting handled for a little bit, but at least I sliced his face up. You know what I'm saying? And made him feel that blood. So it's like, you, yeah. I actually first into like, I might go watch that shit actually tonight. Actually, you know what I'm saying? That's just hard, bro. That first Ninja Turtle movie was different, dog. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like, yeah,
Raph was like, yeah. If he ain't slipped, he wouldn't have got his ass whooped. But that's why he
right,
got. But
right. So
bro,
it's like
he fought 80
you
motherfuckers,
need
bro.
you need that. You need all types, right? You need all types and forms of leadership. There's no right way to lead. There's no right way to lead. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to explain when it comes to the Cowboys, right? The Jason Witten, Sean Lee, LVE, right? The Zach Martin, the Dak Prescott. That's the Leonardo mode, right? But sometimes when it's game day and you in Philly, you know what I'm saying, and they walking through your warm-ups, you need a Dez Bryant to say, fuck that, it's not going down like that today. You know,
Absolutely.
like you need that. Y'all, you need that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you gotta have people with that mentality that's really that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have like as much as we hate it, right? As draft people, right? You know, we wanted Tank, we wanted Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, right? But think about this. Micah Parsons returned back from that high ankle sprain, y'all. And I'm not sure what the hell that he said to our locker room, but he had them boys playing like they really was about to make a run in the playoffs.
That's how Rav. That's how
You know what I'm saying?
Raphael.
Micah Parsons is our Raphael. He had them boys flying and locked in like we was really going to make the playoffs. And it was to the point where it's like, shit, are they about to do this?
Yeah,
like
everybody was like, "Oh, he walked off the field because he a poor sport." Nah, that man went to go cry in that locker room for Splinter, bro.
right, right. Because he really believed that they could make a run for the playoffs. And he had Overshown playing lights out. Like he had everybody strapped in. That's
Yep.
leadership.
Yep.
This was the same team that was out there when we had D Law. This was the same team that was out there when we had Dak Prescott. This was the same team that was out there when we had Zach Martin. But for some reason, Raphael and Micah Parsons was able to get this team locked in where they actually were about to make a damn playoff run for no reason. With Cooper
Oh
Rush.
yeah. Don't get me started on D Law, bro. Love D Law, but hey, we talking about Black Witten.
Right.
Black
Yeah.
Witten.
You know? Yeah. And so it's one of those things, like I'm trying to tell y'all, man, like, don't let the Cowboys manipulate that. Oh, Prime won't be a leader. Oh, this he's gonna lead, he's gonna be a different way, right? Jason Witten will be a leader. This is gonna be a different way, right? But we need real leaders of men,
Yeah.
not this corporate way, not this all-American. We got too much of that, y'all. We got too much of that. Um, nah, we not blaming the league for our drought the hell at Dale stuff. Yeah, I mean, he got one or two from us, but Jerry used to even have silence the players' voices too, and this is what Mike has been talking about. Facts, bro. Facts. It's because, right? How has Jerry and Steven controlled the players' voices? It was puppeteering his media members. You see what I'm saying? So Ninja Turtle analogy, you have Jerry as Shredder, right? But you have his media members as foot soldiers. So if Micah says the wrong thing, they on him. You know what I'm saying? He on him. You know what I'm saying? And then those foot soldiers have adapted. No, the foot soldiers, and they become fans on Twitter and all sorts of stuff. Where Micah is now like Raphael on that rooftop fighting all these foot soldiers by his damn self. You know what I'm saying? DMV, you are great on here, but bruh, where your treadmill? You got to give DMV a treadmill. You know what I'm saying? Uh, he about to hop in the whip, man. You know what I'm saying? He about to hop in the whip.
Yeah, I got to think back.
Yes.
It's cold down to what I.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely follow my dog DMV, man. He's been doing some walks too, talks too, man. Now we all encouraging y'all, man. Get out and walk. You know what I'm saying? Get out and walk. If you in a nice area or whatever, it's nice out. Get out and walk, man. If you in the gym right now, hop on your treadmill. It ain't just about us, it's about doing this shit together. I am almost at my 3.5 mile mark. We got Micah and Dak, the leader of the Cowboys. Yeah. I mean, but also think about CD, man. CD's a leader too. You know what I'm saying? I think about CD as more like, you know what I'm saying, kind of like a Michelangelo. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of relaxed and chill. He don't say too much. But when Mikey starts swinging them nunchucks, you know what I'm saying? When Mike starts swinging them nunchucks, you know what I'm saying? It was up. So, yeah, that's what I really want to get to you guys, man. There's a lot going on, with our team. I think it's unfortunate. But we'll see, man. We'll see how it all unfolds. We'll see how it all unfolds. There's a lot of work to do, man. There's a lot of work to do. But that's what we're here for, man. Like I said, this is the most important time where it's time to lock in with your content creators, lock into your media members that you can trust. It's going to give you accurate information, factual information. That's what we're here for, man. So we got some draft content dropping today. I'm going to do DJ Gittens today, running back out of Kansas State. He's shifted. He's a you know what I'm saying? Now you see me, now you don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to talk about DJ Giddens today. We did the film session. We got more live shows, walk and talk every morning. Tune in, subscribe to the channel, yo. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate my dog DMV for joining in. We're going to have some more guests, you know what I'm saying, that's up this early, you know what I'm saying? It's still early, but listen, y'all, lock in. I know the Cowboys shit can be stressful, right? And I even have to tell myself this, right? It's like, because, honestly, I told y'all I was kind of staying low key and chilling. Then the Mike McCarthy shit dropped. And I was right back in trap. I was back on Twitter nonstop. I was back, talking, arguing. Like, nah, bro. Like, I need to focus on my goals. You know what I'm saying? I need to focus on my goals and what I'm trying to accomplish. The Cowboys gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna still do incredible work, man. But don't let the Cowboys and their shit stress you out. You know, we still got money to make. We still got goals to get. You know what I'm saying? Because yesterday, man, I was just kind of just pissed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, like my wife would tell you, it was probably like 7:30. I got off the phone, talked to a few people, talked to a few players or whatnot. And it's like 7:45. I was so exhausted, y'all. I just went to bed. I went to bed like at 8 o'clock yesterday. Cause what I was hearing was just so emotionally draining. I was like, bro, we seriously about to do this Jason Witten shit, man. I was just like, my wife was like, you going to bed? My guy DMV is working on Trey Henderson. Yeah, so definitely check out that video too, man. Tag teaming it. Yeah, I was just like tired, bro. I was just like, I'm exhausted. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I can't let the Cowboys stop my show. You know what I'm saying? I can't let the Cowboys stop my show. We got to keep moving and grooving, keep walking and talking, man, making things happen, man. So definitely subscribe to the channel, follow us for all content, turn the notification bell on. Like my dog Vach, my dog Vach, man, my own brother, man. My guy Vach was like, oh man, None of y'all never told me about RJ Harvey. Y'all had me out here tripping. Well, watch my dog. Turn on that notification bell. You know Jay Tuck got you when it comes to the draft content. We talked about RJ Harvey about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, or something like that. So don't be like my dog. Watch. You know what I'm saying? Turn that notification bell, man. Lou says, love the TMT. Did y'all know each weapons represent their respective counterbalance? I did not know that. So Lou, I'll message it to you, bro. I did a whole video, and honestly, those videos were fun last year. Let me try to stop this. Sir. Those videos were fun last year, last off season. Y'all remember when we did that series when I did like the leadership one with like the Ninja Turtles in leadership. I did one on the zombie creation with the Walking Dead. I did the content creators new media one with the X-Men. Like those videos were kind of fun to do. I might make some more, but like some of those things, y'all, to be honest with you, it just comes to me randomly. So I don't want to force it, you see what I'm saying? But it's like the Ninja Turtle thing, I was just, how can I explain leadership? And the Ninja Turtle thing kind of just came to me and I made that video. No, what's crazy about that DMV? He says, don't get copyrighted. For those videos that I made, with the Ninja Turtles and the Walking Dead and the what was the other one I said? And X-Men, I never got no copyrights or anything for those videos, right? But Lord behold, if I use some NFL film or some college film, they all on me. You know what I'm saying? They all on me, man. So shit, I might turn this shit into a damn Marvel channel. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, they never even said nothing about those videos, bro. Like it's just like I don't know. But man, these college film sessions they are clipping me was like, so if you're watching my college film, that's important why you turn the notification bell on, because when I drop it, they're good, right? But then if YouTube flags it, what they'll start doing is cutting out pieces of the video. So you'll like hear me talking and it's like choppy, right? Because YouTube is cutting out certain portions of the video and all weird types of shit. You can either do that or blur it out. But I'm like, just cut it, bro. Tucky going to Oxnard this year? Probably not. I don't know. Not Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. The J Tug that's going to every Cowboys game, traveling to camp and traveling the road. Hey, if they not putting out something, a product that's worth it, if they're not putting out a product that's worth it, bro, I ain't traveling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not traveling all around the world following this team for a poo-poo product, for a poo-poo. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing all that. They did that your RB rank. Yeah, bro. They're weird with college, bro. Like college is like they'll just cut your shit up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know what? Whatever, man. It's like some people like I should start our own Patreon or all that shit, man. But it's like I'm so busy, bro. So at this point, I'm just like, just do what you got to do. But like I said, shout out to Bet US for holding me down throughout all of that, man. They were coming in and cover the tab for it. And then we got new sponsors kicking in here shortly because my contract is up and we are going to take it up a little bit, right? So yeah, got film session coming today. Probably drop DJ Gittens probably in a little bit as I eat breakfast. Um, Bro, you ever cosplaying as Mike Tomlin? I've never gotten the Mike Tomlin thing until like recently, bro. Like I've never gotten the Mike Tomlin thing at all until like recently. No one's ever said I look like Mike Tomlin until like since when I got to New York, people were like, "Oh, you look like Mike Tomlin." I'm like, bro, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Um, which I mean, my wife don't mind, and the ladies love Mike Tomlin, so maybe there's something there. But I never heard the Mike Tomlin thing. Gotta get with you and DMV trying to collab, bro. Yeah, hit me, Lou. You know you got my number, bro. Lock in. Let's lock in. Let's turn up this off season. Um, Jake, I remember having the Ninja Turtles, X Men, GI Joe action figures growing up. Man, we all did, bro. So I still got my Ninja Turtles. I got my Ninja Turtles. It was a toy box that my godmother got me. It's this big Ninja Turtle toy box, and I had all my action figures in it. So I still have all my action figures. Like y'all remember the big crane? I had the crane. I had you remember the panda? I got all this stuff, man. Maybe my next video. Well, if you watch the Ninja Turtles video, I think I had them in my studio, right? So I still have all my Ninja Turtles stuff. You know, I was a big Ninja Turtle fan, watched every movie. You know what I'm saying? Back in it was Dallas Cowboys and Ninja Turtles back then, right? Yeah, I might watch the first movie. I have the whole series. Yeah, Ninja Turtles is my shit. I was a Raphael guy, so y'all can tell by my personality, I was a Raphael guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was a Raphael guy. Raphael's my guy, but on the video game, I had to go to Donatello because Raphael in the video game, like, it wasn't the same. Like, they never made Raphael the way that he should be on the video game. You know what I'm saying? So I always had to go with Donatello because my best friend, it's like my best friend, right? My best friend Aaron, so to Aaron Stark, man. My best friend Aaron was the biggest Leonardo fan, right? It was funny, right? My best friend Aaron was a Leonardo fan. I was a Raphael fan, right? So kind of like personalities, right? He loved Leo. Leo was everything. In school, Aaron got best grades. Aaron was the teacher's pet. Aaron was, he was Leonardo, right? Leonardo, right? Guess what Aaron's job is right now? Guess what he is right now? Guess what my friend Aaron Stark is doing right now? He is the captain for the SWAT team. He is the captain of the SWAT. He's the captain for the SWAT here in Kansas. He's the captain of the SWAT team. And my guy Aaron has followed Leonardo's traces from the time we were in third grade all the way until life. So if you want to talk about a model citizen, my guy Aaron does everything the right way. He was always the teacher's pet. If Mrs. Gold, our third grade teacher, said we have to turn our times table, he would turn again early, right? He would always just do the right thing. And now he's one of the captains of the SWAT team, who is crazy, right? Because he's just always kind of been that way. Now, me, I was a Raphael, right? Same thing. Mrs. Gold tells us to turn our timetables. I turn my shit in late, you know what I'm saying? Halfway done, right? But when things was popping up on the playground and people were picking on my friend Aaron, I wasn't letting that slide, man. I was in karate as a kid. I was a brown belt. I was a brown belt in karate. Was going to be a black belt, but my mom had to take me out of. I think I told you all this story. But my Mama Tuck, had to take me out of karate because I started bullying the bullies. See what I'm saying? So a lot of my friends were getting picked on at school, right? And I was training karate back then. I was winning tournaments. I run multiple tournaments, nationals. I really excelled. Was a brown belt, was going to be a black belt. I was going to get my next stripe to go to a black belt. But what was happening is people on the playground would bully like my friends and shit. And it's like, all right, bro. So I was getting suspended. I was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to love the smoke, right? Because I could really just turn up, right? So I was a Raphael. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't letting shit go. Like I remember in middle school, my very first day or second day of middle school, my mom bought me this Tommy Hilfiger watch, right? It's like a Tommy Hilfiger watch, right? And this eighth grader came up to me and was like, "Yo, give me your watch." So he stole my watch, right? And my mom and my grandma was all freaking out, like, "You let this kid steal your watch, right? I can't believe you let go steal your watch. Like, we're gonna go talk to the principal. They want to go put me in private school, like all this shit, right?" They were like, "No, no, no, no." They were like, "We can't have that. You get bullied by eighth graders and they're stealing from you and they're robbing from you, right?" And they were like, "What? Like, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "I want to stay at school." So here's how psycho Raphael I was, right? Psycho Raphael, little J Tuck. I knew that when I got to school the next day, if I saw this kid wearing my watch, I was going to beat the shit out of him and get my watch back because it gave me free reigns to whoop somebody's ass, right? So I gave him the watch like on Tuesday, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not switching schools. I don't want you to talk to the principal. I don't want you to talk to the teacher. Don't do nothing." And I already had in my head, like, "Yo, Chuck, if this guy is wearing your watch, this eighth grader is wearing your watch, when we get to school, we gonna turn up, right?" So my friend Aaron, Leonardo, "Hey man, I don't think fighting's going to solve the problem. I just think that you should go talk to the teacher. I just think, because he's an eighth grader. He's an eighth grader, man. I just think that, it's only your second, third, first week at school. Like, man, just kind of think about it." It's like, I already thought about it, bro. I am getting my watch back. So here we are, little sixth grade Tuck, walking to the cafeteria, and I saw the kid in the lunchroom and he was at the trays, like getting his lunch out. And I saw like when the cafeteria lady was handing him his tray and shit, he had my watch. Cowabunga, dude, bro. I ran up, dropped him like food flying everywhere, and I'm just over this kid. Bang, bang, bang. And everybody's like screaming, like, what is going on? And I snatch my watch off, right? I'm sitting in the principal's office, shirt, blood everywhere, right? My mama comes in because I can hear her like keys. Like I can always tell when my mama's come to the office. I can hear her keys in her purse, and my mom is loud. Mama Tuck is loud. I hear her come in the office, and she's like, "What did you do?" He's like, "What did you do? What are you doing?" And I hit her with the shador. I hit her with the shador. It was like, and she was like, "Oh, you got your watch back." And she was like, "I was like, yeah." She's like, "Oh." And so she was talking to the principal about what happened. She was like, "Oh, well, this kid has stolen my son's watch and he was defending himself. So I didn't end up getting suspended." You know what I'm saying? I didn't end up getting suspended. And so from that point, I realized this sick thing in my head. It's like, as long as I never initiate the fight, I can't get in trouble. So I just need you to initiate the fight and swing first. Then if I break your shit, it's self-defense. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, man, funny story. But I was a Raphael, bro. And my friend Aaron was like, bro, like like I just lost. Like I just saw red. Like I was like, there was blood all over, like in middle school. You know what I'm saying? And I beat the shit out of this eighth grader. And then from that point, what happened? Everybody was like, all the eighth graders was like respecting me. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, people wanted me to join gangs and shit. Like, oh man, you want to be in the Vatos Local Boys and all sorts of shit. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not trying to be in no gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be none of that. But I had to let you know you're not about to steal my watch, and I ain't going out like that, bro. So yeah, funny story, man. So I was a Raphael, man. I am a Raphael. I like being in the trenches. It's just my personality. But yeah, man, I had to get my Tommy watch back, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna slide me for my Tommy watch on the first day of school. You know what I'm saying? I had the matching Tommy polo with the Tommy short set. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know if you follow me like I like Tommy. Like Tommy's my shit. I had the Tommy watch with the Tommy cologne. You know what I'm saying? And you made me come up off my watch rule, bro. Nah, I was like, nah, I don't need to be in no private school, mom. I don't need you to talk to the principal. I don't need you to talk to the teacher. I don't need to talk to none of that. I just want to go to school tomorrow. And as soon as I saw him grab that lunch tray, y'all, and I saw my watch over there sparkling, I said, Cowabunga, dude. And I beat the shit out that boy, man. Tony Jackson. Tony Jackson. I remember his name. Tony Jackson was the kid's name. And he was an eighth grader, and I was a little sixth grader, and he thought he can do whatever he want and steal people's watches. He was stealing people's starter jackets back in the day. Like, oh, like he was a goddamn menace, right? Went and got it back in blood, DMV. Went and got my shit all the way back in blood, had my watch, and then everyone was just like, respect them, man. So it's like, one of those things, man. So I'm not encouraging violence, kids. If you're watching, right, go tell the teacher. But in the famous words of Kendrick Lamar, sometimes you gotta pop out and show. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I am. I'm a Raphael. You know what I'm saying? But I got some Michelangelo. I like to have fun too, man. But salute to my guy Aaron Stark, man. Like I said, he's military. Like he's done it all. He's done all the leadership things that way. Like I said, he's captain of the SWAT team. He's probably about to retire. Facebook, he's like all American flag, has the dogs, you know what I'm saying? The big canine dogs, and you know what I'm saying, got multiple guns in his house, and you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. um, he did was parents were not mad at all. Nah, my parents wasn't mad at all. Like she was just like, all right, cool. Cause like I said, she had the right to stand on it because she told the principal that I got my watch. But of course they gave me, hey, next time you get your watch sold or you're getting bullied, please come talk to a teacher first. Come tell us first. And I was like, y'all wasn't gonna get my watch back, bro. Y'all wasn't gonna get my watch back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't gonna get it back. I went, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got my watch back. We are good, right? So it was like one of those things was like, nah, bro, he wasn't going to slide me for my watch. You know what I'm saying? But he thought he had a sucker because when he pressed me about it, I just gave it to him. I was like, hey man, like, you know what I'm saying? I remember he pulled up to me. I was trying to figure out how to put my locker room. Because you know, back in the day, like lockers were difficult. You had to like turn 3 times this way. We're going off subject, but fuck it. We got like 5 minutes, right? You had to go like 3 times this way, forward. Like, so I'm trying to figure out how to work a goddamn lock in my locker, right? And he was like, hey, what's up, bro? And I was like, what's going on, man? He was like, shit, where you from? And this is like back when gang shit was like big, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm old, right? He's like, where you from? I was like, shit, Wichita. Like, we're in Wichita. We're in Wichita, bro. Like, shouldn't we all be from Wichita? You know what I'm saying? He was like, nah, bro. I mean, what set you claim? I was like, what the fuck is he talking about, bro? And I was like, what are you talking about, bro? He was like, what sex you claim, bro? What you bang? I was like, what are, like, bro, can we just cut to the chase? Like, what are we talking about, bro? He was like, what do you bang? I was like, I don't bang nothing. He was like, I'm telling you, cuz, man, give me that watch, bro. I was like, this one? He was like, yeah, give me that watch, cuz. And I was like, why? He was like, hey, cuz, give me the watch. And I was just like, all right, fine, bro. Here. You know what I'm saying? Here, take the watch, cuz. You know what I'm saying? So I gave it to him. And then it was like, all right, all right, bro. I got a trick for your ass right and early because he caught me off guard. You see what I'm saying? It's like, all right, bro. So that's when I was like, looking at the video with like the Green Bay, like, and here's what I'll say about the guy, the Green Bay game with the you know what I'm saying, with the Packers fan, the Eagles fan, right? I know the guy, like I'm in a group chat with him, right? Because he's on our NFC South show, roundtable show. So kind of hearing him explaining why he froze up and kind of just allowed those Eagles fans to talk to his wife like that is because he was like, it was 4-on-1. He was like, I'd have probably got hurt like 4-on-1, right? So he was like, that's why he kind of just filmed it and kind of wanted to put it on social media. Like he never went with the intent for that to happen. But these people were calling his wife all sorts of stuff. You know, I mean, you probably saw the video online, right? Now, me, the Raphael in me was thinking, bro, that shit happened to my wife, bro, and someone was calling her the C word and all sorts of shit, I would have crashed the hell out. Y'all would have had to just say free J Tuck, bro. Y'all would have had to just say free J Tuck. I heard J Tuck went to an Eagles game last night and he got into a rumble and got arrested. Like, even watching the video, I was already calculating how I was going to attack. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they had three people right there. I was like, okay, this one right here was the biggest one. So if you take out the biggest dude first, right, then the other ones are probably going to scramble because normally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking all this sick shit in my head, right? And I'm like, Tuck, you got to grow out of that. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, yeah, bro, you're not, Tuck, if you were a senior in high school, you were going to jail for an assault. I mean, it just is what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? Jay Tuck, I still have my penny guy from the KB toy store. Oh, that's dope, bro. I would have snapped too, bro. Yeah, you're not gonna talk to my wife like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna talk to my wife like that, bro. I don't give a damn who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, you're not gonna talk to my wife like that. I don't give a damn if I'm outnumbered or whatever, bro. Sometimes you gotta just let God sort it out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not encouraging that. So y'all don't clip this and put it on Twitter because people are gonna freak out and be like, that's why I don't like Jay Tuck. He's always promoting violence. I'm not promoting violence, but I do promote self-defense at all times. I don't think it would have happened. People know who do that too. Yeah, they do, right? Like a case in point, right? Y'all know I travel to a lot of football places by myself, like solo, right? And even when I was in San Francisco, like there was a guy for the 49ers, the one we lost when Tony Pollard went down, right? So I went to that game by myself, like never been to San Francisco day in my life, right? So I was there. And here's the fun part for people on Twitter. I'm a lot bigger than what people think I am in real life. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with my dog Rome, same thing with DMV, right? So I was at the San Francisco game by myself in the end zone, right? And of course, it was a 49ers fan. He was like geeked up. And he was like, oh, yeah, fucking Cowboys suck. Blah, blah, blah. I said, hey, bro, hey, I'm just here watching the game. Enjoy yourself. Like, just chill. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first warning, right? I was like, just chill, bro. Watch the game, right? So, of course, the game was happening. Tony Pollard goes down. So he kept chiming. Well, eventually, what happened was the 49ers fans started saying, hey, bro, like, he is not bothering nobody. Like he's literally just watching the game. Like, you know, because when I'm at the game, y'all, like, it's like I'm watching film. Like I'm not just locked in. Like I'm not talking to people. Like I'm just focused on the game, right? So the 49ers fans were like, yo, bro, like chill. He's not even saying shit. Like he's just watching the game. Like, why are you so, infatuated with him, right? So he kept like saying shit. And then eventually I was like, hey, bro, like, what we got going on? Like, is it a problem or what? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, get the fuck out of San Francisco, pussy. I'm like, I am in the morning when the game is over. And he was like, get the fuck out of San Francisco, pussy. I was like, well, shit, come get me out of San Francisco. And by the time I said that, another 49ers fan just pushed and shoved the guy. You know what I'm saying? So a 49er fan was like, just, you know what I'm saying? So like, it was one of those things. But those people, they know who to do that to. They know who they can get away with that with. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I just ignore it. But you're not gonna talk to my wife like that, bro, ever in life. Like, not while I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like, never while I was there. Like, case in point, my wife will tell you. right? I think I told y'all the story. When we were in Aruba this past summer last year, right? I was at the bar. No, where was I? No, I was at the bar, right? I was on the beach, right? I was at the bar. I went to the bar, right? And my no, I was in the pool. My wife was she was tanning, like sleeping under a tent, right? Sleeping under a tent because we had a cabana, right? So I was in the pool doing my thing, right? So she went to the bar while I was in the pool, right? So when she gets back, like our stuff is gone. Like our stuff was like tossed in the bushes somewhere. And she's like, "Where's our stuff?" Well, this family came over and just moved our shit, right? And told her that this is their spot, this is where they always sit, right? And just find somewhere else to sit, right? So I'm in the pool, just just vibing by myself. I'm not aware of what's going on. So my wife comes over and she was like damn near in tears, like, "What's going on?" She was like, "They just threw our shit in the bushes and told me to find a new spot and that they're not going to move." I was like, "Who?" And I looked back and it was like, they had tattoos and shit, like it's kind of like Italian family and shit, And like, I'm like, "Who? Like who threw our shit in the bushes? Like who? Like and like literally, we've been sitting there, like we were literally sitting in that same spot in that cabana from like 7. It was like almost like 3:30, right? We've been out there for like hours, right? And I'm like, why would they move our shit? And so she was like, "No, they told me to fucking move and they just tossed our shit in the bushes." So here I am getting out the pool. And here I am in Aruba, a different country, whatever, bro. And I saw red. I saw red. It was about to, and I don't think my wife has ever saw like that side of me. But I was like, "Hey, get the fuck up right now." The wife started talking. I was like, "Hey, you better get your wife right now because if she says something wrong, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, bro." So I'm like on 10, right? And then the little security guy's like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" And I was like, "Hey, bro, like you saw us here. Like you've been serving us drinks all day. We've been chilling, bro. They tossed our shit in the bushes and took over a spot." And then the waiter's like, "Yeah, man, you guys were sitting there." I was like, "So make a move." They're like, "Well, let's find you another spot." And I was like, "I don't want another fucking spot. I'm not moving another fucking spot. If they don't get the fuck up right now, I'm gonna move them, right? I'm gonna move them. Like we're gonna crash out." My wife's like, I'm like, "Hey, chill out." You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to rev up in Aruba. You know what I'm saying? Like in another country, right? So there was another gentleman. His name was Craig. Cool cat. He was from New York and he was a police officer. And he came and talked to me. He was like, "Man, I just want you to think about it and calm down because you see red right now and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Come sit over here with me and my family. We have our cabanas. You guys can come sit with here. Like, just relax." But she's like, I've seen this a lot of times and you are about to crash out. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "These scumbags aren't." But I was like, what I'm saying? And I do this weird thing. I'll be honest with y'all. Like, I do this weird thing. Like, I've done it since I was a kid. When I rev up and I'm about to go crazy, I start to cry, right? And I don't know what that is, but it's like I started tearing up because all I saw was these people threw me and my wife shit in the bushes and told her to fucking move. And I was just like, I saw red. I didn't think arrested. I didn't think about getting jumped. I didn't think about any. I didn't think I was outnumbered. I saw these people disrespecting my wife, bro. We are about to crash the fuck out in Aruba. Whatever the fuck happens. You see what I'm saying? And so once I saw that, see, he kind of calmed me down and was just like, he kind of talked to me. He's like, "Is it?" I'm like, "Bro, it's always worth it when it comes to my family, bro. Like, I don't play with a lot of stuff, but it's never going to be that when it comes to my family." See what I'm saying? So I talked to him for a minute. We actually have fun. We're ever cool, man. Built a relationship, man. He's actually a Giants fan, so I told him what I do. We started talking football, right? But even when I was at the bar talking to Craig and his family, having a good time, he was like, "Bro, relax because you're still looking at your corner of the eye and you still haven't calmed down." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, even I'm trying like, "Okay, man, wish your wife and kids to kind of have fun or whatever." In the back of my mind, I was like, "Tuck, they just play with you, bro." Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it is. Are you a blood or a crip? I am Jay Tuck. I don't never bang, right? I don't never bang. I have friends who bang, you know what I'm saying, a lot. You know what I'm saying? Salute to them on both sides of the fence, right? I was never in a gang. I never wanted to be involved in any gang activity because I was always a leader, bro. I always walked to my beat of my own drum. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never joined a frat. I never was in a gang, right? I always kind of just rolled by myself and rolled dolo. Um, you sound like a badass gang, but I'm not a badass gangman. I'm just a man, bro. I'm just a man of respect. It's a matter of respect, and I just feel like as a man, you should never let nobody disrespect your family like that. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna disrespect my sons. You're not gonna disrespect my daughter. You're not gonna disrespect my wife. Disrespect my mother. You can disrespect me all you want. Okay, cool. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna talk to my wife like that. So if I'm at a game and someone's talking about my children or my wife or some shit, calling her a c word and all that, bro, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. We just had to let it all sorted out, and y'all would have to, you know what I'm saying, start a GoFundMe to get me out. Yeah, too old to bang. Yeah, I'm not banging, bro. Like, I'm not gang banging. You know what I'm saying? I got friends who are still damn near 40 and they still banging, they still flagging, and salute to them. But they, I mean, they OGs, they've been doing this shit for a while. But I'm like, I'm not doing that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gang banging. Too many rules, bro. Too many rules. Um, yeah, you can call me what you want, but not my wife and kids. Hell nah, bro. Nah, hell I'm saying, hell nah, bro. You're not gonna sit there and disrespect my wife and kids. Hell nah, bro. Yeah, Jerry just yeah, well, I'll take the disrespect from Jerry because Jerry's just respecting the hell out on us. You know what I'm saying? Like Jerry talks to us how we want and all sorts of shit, man. But like I said, man, I'm a to sort back to everything. Man, that's kind of fun story to tell y'all. I'm more of a Raphael personality, but I lead in my way. You know what I'm saying? I lead in my way, and we get these weirdos coming in here. I still haven't figured out how to get them out of here, but it just is what it is, man. It's just YouTube, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. Have a great Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? Great Wednesday. Tonight we'll be doing the X and Over shows. We're going to be doing some stuff with Dez lined up here soon. Film breakdown, like I said, running back position. I'm going to be teaching guys how to scout the running back position as we go through traits. Doing all that, man. Yeah, gang bang is played out, bro. Gang bang is played. I was never a fan of it, bro. It just never really just made sense to me, bro. Like, so I mean, people who do it, do it. I mean, I understand why they do it, but for me personally, I always trying to march beat on my own drum. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I always did things, man. But so yeah, man, do y'all thing, man. Have a great Wednesday. Let's go out there and be great. Let's go out there and make things happen. Let's go crush our goals. And let's get to it, man. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. And Jason Witten time, baby. Let's get it. Peace.